Hello, good evening. How are we doing? Hope you're well. Is that? There we are. How's things? It's been a few days, and someone dropped that follow. At the end of the last stream, we went offline, and I've now hit the 2,000 followers again. It's I've kind of been fluctuating over that for the last quite a long time actually, because Twitch do clear outs and get rid of old accounts and bits and pieces like that, so it like drags me down by 10 or 20. I have to get back up again, so it goes up and down, but we're back at the 2k, so woohoo! So today, yeah, it's come to 10:10. We've got our first CO meeting. I'm going to stream that. I don't think there's any reason not to. It's just an RP CO meeting, commanding officers meeting, so that's all the ensigns, LTs and captains that can make it. I'll kind of push that this week to get those starting, and they'll probably be done every week where we can, and kind of hopefully get some questions answered, make sure everyone's aware of what's happening and stuff like that, and kind of add a bit more stability to what's happening within the COs of ops. So we'll do that and then catch up with the PLU stuff. I was on this morning or earlier, catch up with some paperwork. There's still a lot for me to catch up on, so we're doing some PLU stuff, and yeah, kind of just trying to get back into it. Excuse me. Before the weekend, I won't be streaming tomorrow. That's my kind of day off for the weekend, so I'll be on Saturday and Sunday, and yeah, I'll get some patrols in, hopefully, amongst other bits and pieces or whatever other shenanigans is going on. I've got promotions put in. I've put promotions in. Put some requests in for certain things. See if we get those. Food. Not sure if Mason's been up. Unfortunately, Lash is on holiday, so no, it's not been up. May not be up. Because unfortunately, a lot of people kind of are taking longer sleeps, certainly during the week, because there's not much going on. So this is one of the things, the SEO meeting is trying to bring some stability back there and kind of get people to work more with each other rather than being individuals, if that makes sense. Anyone's here. The fuel barrel's gone. The fuel barrel is gone. Should put that down there. I was also promoted to... Can't promote billeted people. I'm sure he's billeted. Spot. Need to check with that. Stop doing that. It's fine because it's gone from Landsmate to S3R, so when you start getting higher up, you can't do that because it screws up with the billets. Shit, it's gonna make me crash. Was it 16? 16. What time is it? 6, so it's 18. It's 17. Absolutely no summer snacks. Take one of those. Hello? What the hell? What the hell, man? I really struggle with the doors this season. I don't know why. Ah, Mr. Reed.
Good morning, Commodore. Or good afternoon, Commodore.
Yeah, can you hear me? Can you? Hello?
We're using native voices, Commodore.
Yeah. So why is mine not working? Hello? 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 Steam settings. Voice default chat mic 2. Hello? Chat. Hello? Hello? Fuck the RP. I don't know why it's just not working. Settings. Voice. Do I need to voice type open mic. Hello? 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 1, 2. Why it's not working now? I'll push talk key assigned to B. Oh, you only have. You don't have whisper, do you? And that's why. Hello? 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 Why am I still freaking hearing my voice now? Oh my god. Fuck this. Microsoft. Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello, man.
Hello, sir. Hello, Reed.
Just trying to get the Commodore's native tongue to work.
Jesus, make sure your voice.
How are you doing, man?
Nothing right now.
I mean, how are you doing? Not what are you doing.
Voice for
Hmm?
I was asking, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing all right.
Push the talk
Injuries are healing up
B.
just fine.
One sec. Press Shift tab. Press the cog button bottom right of the screen. Voice. Show the voice inputs. It's correct from the drop down. This beam up from choice. Game settings. Pick up your VoIP. I also want to auto locate. So I need that to. Do I need this to chat as well? Hello? Hello? Okay. Game voice. Microphone. Oh, select device. No. Hello? 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 What? Voice mod. Virtual. So how to change current mic name? How to change that? Oh my god, why is this so complicated? So. Restart voice mod. I thought I was already started. It might help. One second. Do also if you change Steam settings, you have to completely restart Alex. Hello. Hello. I was going to select device, but not actually. Shop. Where's that come from? Hello. Hello. Oh my god.
Oh, hello, Com.
Where's that coming from? Where's that coming from? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Commodore.
Oh, okay. 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute. Why is this? Why is it not? Hate this game. Why can't I? Really?
If you can hear me, sir, I kicked Logerson and I thought I heard him mumble something about sending some thoughts your way.
Oh. You can hear me though.
Oh, I heard you.
Yeah, no, I've just got echo in my head. For some reason.
That might be.
Can't hear you. Sentence. I can hear me in game, but it's echoing in my head. I don't know where it's coming from. Voice. Microphone test is off. In game. I give up. This is so annoying. Make sure Steam is set to voice. Steam is set to voice activate. What? Am I hearing a delay of a second in my headset of what I'm saying every time now? I'm just about to hear it on stream. Voice mods are. That's on. That's off. Voice mods are. Hello. It's not voice mod. Testing. Can you see that? See that? Hello. Hello. 1 2 1 2. Hello. No. Okay, it's still there. Sometimes we're in. Yeah, it's not voice mod. That's all. It's not push to talk. But you can say have an open microphone. But I don't open microphone. Do I? No, it should be push to talk. Where is that coming from? Turn. Jesus Christ, this is so freaking annoying. Why doesn't it just stop work? It's like I get put an extra voice and not tell you where it is. How do I know where it's coming from?
Because, you know, they kind of got all their stuff nicked.
You still hear me?
But, going to...
Yeah.
I can
Yes,
hear
we
some
can
of them.
again. That's it.
Can you hear me now? Hello? Jump. Okay, you've got this repeating voice in my head.
I feel bad for the comment.
Close the game. What? Let's just stop. One is enough. You don't need two. So it's not the game. It's also this shenanigans going on. Hello. Steam. So if I turn hear myself. Let me exit that. So 1 minute. No, I've not got Provo open. So I've just turned voice mod off, and the duplication's gone. Go back to settings. And if we go back into in-game, shift tab. Okay, so that's a different thing than what comes up in-game. Steam, you're useless, I swear to God. Why do you have different things in the same menu, depending on whether you open it actually in-game or not? So voices on my XLR, so that works. They can hear me in-game. But it's defaulting to voice mod. Sound settings. Chat mic. More sound settings. Leave that open. Close that. No, I'll go through the Go XLR. It's something to do with voice mod, I think, in Steam. But I think it's something more on the Steam side than it is on the voice mod side. But good suggestions, though, Rathster. We'll get there, but I'm kind of rushing because I've got a CO meeting. I'm meant to be leading in 8 minutes. Right. Didn't want this, not today. I wish I was... I don't know. Audio is always something I've struggled with in games in general. I don't know why. Because you get it working for one thing and then it just doesn't work for something else. It's like, give me a break. Oh my god, installing a mod. Why is it installing a mod? Why did they just throw mod updates out? Because I can guarantee you I won't be able to get on game now. Because I think this is a mod update that they're going to push tomorrow. I swear to God. Seriously? Come on. Don't push a mod update. Why would you do that? Crying out loud. No. Is there a voice activation in game? Why can't I move? What the frick is going on?
Well, to be fair, that is a big part of operations because they tell you a lot of shit that they didn't put in those reports. So then you can add footnotes to the back end of those reports. You just mark taken verbally by, Sailor Reed, and then you put in, whatever they told you. That way it's in there. So no, talking to them is huge.
Is there a voice
because
activation?
they'll put in what they think they should have put in a report, and then they'll tell you all the important shit that they left out of the damn thing.
Why is that come back on?
So what I do when they're handed in reports and I'm talking to them and they say something, I say, "Oh, make sure it's in your report," so that they're the ones writing it in, so they, make sure it's actually in there. And if they go, "Oh, that is in the report," I'm like, "All right."
Select device.
I also just tend to shoot the shit with them and try and distract them from their privateer duties for a little bit. Make them feel welcome.
1 2 1 2. Why's that? Like, do not. Hello.
Logerson, are we gonna have to take a ride out to visit Blood Moon? By the way.
Voice.
Blood Moon or Bloody Bay?
Which talk?
Blood Moon, the ones who left the letter earlier.
Sound.
Theo Arlington.
Blood Moon split off from
Hello?
Red Suns. No, sorry, I'm thinking Blood Moon. Sorry.
Why is it?
Red Moon and Bloody
Doing
Bay
that.
Buccaneers.
Bloody hellfire.
Yeah, the Theo Arlington from Blood Moon
Where's
showed
that
up
coming
earlier.
from?
I had to go to bed, so I didn't catch them, but they left that letter I gave you before I went to sleep.
Hello? Where? Chat. Why is this repeating in my headphones? Why is this repeating in my headphones? Why?
Yeah, Blood Moon, right here.
Verify what? Gives a fuck under chat or put. It's not that. Chat. Why is it repeating? Can't work out where it's coming from. Hello? Oh shit, you want to do that? Hello? Why did I go and turn my freaking headphones off? Oh, now I freaking screwed it. Why did I do that? Oh, no. Hello? 1 2. Chat. How? Properties. Levels. Advanced. General. Recording. Chat mic. Hello? Got echo, cancel it. In Steam.
Sailor Logerson. So we have some updates that we need to do. First of all, the broadsiders have been chosen and approved for 48-hour. Captain Flemington will be handling that. We just need to go over there and ask them about barracks situation, whether we need to bring our barracks or or they will provide one for us. And then the Jaegers we must check up on.
Hello. 1 2. Where's this plane back to? Oh, crap you not. What on earth? I don't know chat. There's absolutely no reason why they should be doing this. I don't know where it's coming from because it's like it's just like a little option that just switch. This is ridiculous. Why?
Lamont should...
Hello? So chat system. Is it setting and go XLR? No, it's not the software in Go XLR. It's some option with Steam or something. Hello. Right, I'm gonna have to go through this meeting and have me repeating back what I'm listening to, which is gonna be really irritating. Hello.
Commodore Smythe.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, Commodore Smythe.
Sorry,
I need.
Yes.
Oh my god. I've got like five voices in my head. There's
there
only
are
two
no
people
weekly
talking.
reports.
I can't. What? Why am I? Seriously, why? Someone help me. What setting? It's so annoying because it's clear as day as well. It's just like. Let me double check. One second. No, because we're rooting on. Because that. See, it's double. Turn it off. It's still fine. Hello. 1 2 2 1 2 1 2. Oh. Is that it? Is that it? Might have been that. Oh. We're gonna find out. Can you still hear me? Can you still hear me? You have audio going to. I think I've fixed it. Can you hear me? In chat. Still. You should still be able to hear me in chat. Go that. Put that on. Hello. 1 2 1 2. Repeat. That should. Yeah. That's fine. Turn that off. So in theory, you should still hear me again. Fuck. Hear the game now. What am I fucking? So right. Okay. So I can't hear the game now. I've turned it off. So I need that on. And that comes back on. Let's do that off. Do that. Shift tab. Settings. Voice. Default. Still double view. Hello. So it's chat mic. It's voice input. Output should be default. Hello. No, still. Communication device. Because I get confused with this. Go XLR. Why is it coming through twice? It's not open mic. Push to talk. So where's that feeding from? I am using Go XLR. Yeah. So it should be on chat. Which on chat now, but the double is still there. My microphone. In-game voice. Chat. Mic. Hello. That comes up a tiny little bit at the bottom when speaking. Select device. Done. Hello. But you can't select anything. It says chat mic, which is hello. Oh. Hello. Ooh. Hello. Hello. Oh. Might don't chat. Can you still hear me? Is it doubled? It shouldn't be doubled. Can you hear me, chat? 1 2 1 2 1 2. How you doing, Scott? No, yeah. I did that 10 minutes ago. Had it still left on, but no, it's switched off now. But can you hear me in the stream though? Can you? Oh my freaking god! Open doors. Only one. It wasn't that. It wasn't that. I was testing. I was testing then. That was intentional.
I think they're used for like medical bandages. Or I don't know. I think medical bandages or medical.
Sorry. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes, I can.
Oh my god! Thank you. No, because I switched it off. I'm sure I switched it off. I think you've literally came in like the minute I went back after switching everything else off and on again. I did do it. No, you are correct. I did leave it on right at the beginning. About 20 minutes ago when it started this freaking shenanigans. But anyway, we're there now. Appreciate everyone's assistance and help. I probably did leave it on. I don't know. I'm now 10 minutes late for a meeting that we'll probably have to move again because the VoIP range is so high at the moment. If there's anyone trying to work in the HQ, they're going to hate it. So I might have to go down to a water tower and have it there. Ah dear, crying out loud. Oops. Oh my god. But other than that, hope everyone else is fine. It's not the way I want to start the stream. At least I've got half decent stamina. I can run most of the way now. Without a break. Hello. Taj, stop moving.
By Davis standards is not bad. Only we started what 10-15 minutes late. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
We're always late.
Marco.
Hello?
Why?
Oh my god. I swear to god. I swear to god.
You're an idiot.
Hello everybody.
Hello.
Glad you could all make
Hello,
it.
Commodore.
Very sorry for being so late. You know, it's that new mouthwash was horrendous. But I think we're there, hopefully. So yeah, we'll crack on as quickly as we can. Right, just give you a bit of background. This is hopefully going to be every week. I would like it to be every week. It's something we always try to do, but always kind of not end up doing more than once. And I don't want it to be like that in this deployment. So this one, well, it will go over slightly today for obvious reasons, but as well, if you do have any kind of points to bring up and it does go on a bit longer, we'll carry it on to go over those points. If there's anything we can't sort out today, we'll make a note of it, or I'll make a note of it, get the answers, and we'll let everybody know what the outcome of that is. So I do have a couple of bits that I'll address. It should only take about 5 or 10 minutes or so, and I'll open up the floor to yourselves. So if you do have anything please feel free to speak up. If there's something you want to talk about, but not within the group, that's fine. You can either grab me or anyone else that may be relevant to after the meeting. And yeah, we'll try this for a couple of weeks and see if we need to make any changes to the format or the way it goes. So again, feel free to give your opinion on that side of as well. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So I'll just run through the few bits I've got. So the first bit I've noticed over the time we've been here is the sign-out boards. I'd like people to remove or at least update the boards. Now I know, like Kinsley, for example, you're kind of very set in your weekly patrols, etc. So it makes sense for you to keep those on. But there's the kind of the patrols which are kind of ad hoc or decided each 24 hours. You just need to keep on top of those, because sometimes we've walked up there's been no date on the board, so no one's going to actually know what day that is. They can assume it's for today, and it may not have been for today, it may have been from yesterday. So when you do those patrol boards, make sure you've got a date on there of when that patrol is every single time. And once you come back off that patrol, obviously update your board for the next day if you know you're going out. If not, remove it from the boards so it's not on there anymore. It's a lot easier to see just by looking at it rather than having to dive into the detail of what's happening there. So does that make sense? I know most people are doing it, but still, say people putting up boards with no date on there. Okay. The sign-up sheets as well. Notice that dates, times, durations, and planned routes. I'd like to see on there the actual planned route of where you're going. Obviously, when you do a voyage, you have a look at which way you're going to go. It's all well and good knowing you're going to go down to D6, but how are you going to get there? If you're not back in 6 hours, and you should only be out for 2-3 hours, we're not going to know what route you went. You know, it may be the most direct route, or maybe another type of route. We don't know. So for us to do any type of rescue attempt or go out and find out what's happening, we need to know what grid you're going through, and it's just part of your standard patrol organization is to know how you're going to get there. So please put the sectors you're going to go down there on. If you're going to return back through the same sectors, just put a note on the end just to say return the same or such like, so we know you're going to be coming back that way as well. It just makes it a lot easier to plan any recovery effort if needed if you're not returning. Okay, any issues with that? Or any questions on that? Or anyone disagree? No? Okay. Just a little bit of housekeeping on my side. As you're well aware, the HMS Wave Knight, my brigantine, has been parked at the PLU. It's not the most convenient place, unfortunately, and it kind of makes more sense to move it back into the main war dock. So I've kind of marked that board up in the center there, where there was a empty space. So Secretary Prim, good you're here, just so you're aware of that as well.
Feel free.
Yep, had a letter from SecOps to either make sure we drop off the patrol list before we go, which we haven't been doing. I'll slap my own wrist with that. And again, for restocking, it just makes more sense. So at least all the warships are in the same place now, so I'll get that shifted over today. On that one. I've made a note on behaviour on ships and land. Now this is something that we all as COs, even as NCOs, obviously when they have their discussions, we need to be setting an example within this establishment to make sure that all ranks are doing what they're told when they're told. It's obviously not because we want to bully them or kind of be annoying. It's because there's a job to do, and if the behaviour of the lower ranks or even the senior ranks are not as they should be, it makes life extremely difficult on a ship. My focus as a Commodore, as you should be aware, is obviously, yes, I'm senior captain, but as a commodore, my duty is make sure this fleet works as a fleet, and also the people as well as the ships work as a team to make us successful in these waters. And so I just want everyone to make a conscious effort that when you're on a ship, people know who's in charge. I'm not saying obviously to be all kind of uptight and no, this is where no conversations, of course not. Journeys need to be fun, but the crew need to know when that fun needs to stop, when they need to listen, who they need to listen to, and that's our jobs when we take these ships out, to give them that briefing in regards to who's in charge, who the bosuns are, if you've got any medics on board. Every captain, lieutenant and ensign here will have a slightly different way of which they approach it, so that's down to you how you do it. But at the end of the day, all the sailors should be aware of all the procedures that they need to be aware of on board that ship on that side. So yeah, if we can just try and work on that, and hopefully I'll make sure that whenever the crew changes across captains, they're kind of on the same page for every ship they go onto. We can't have big disparities between captains and lieutenants and ensigns with how they act, because some captains are more relaxed than others, and it just obviously causes problems for them and us, not having that kind of middle ground where everyone should be. So does anyone have any disagreements with that, comments? I'll open the floor at the end if you want to come back to it, but for the most part self-explanatory and acceptable. Going on to again lower ranks, promotions, has been noted and talked about in regards to lower ranks, certain landsmates that do not have a captain's house or do not wish to join a captain's house, which are running around in their landsmate uniform for a lot longer than they should, even though they've probably been doing a very good job. Just a reminder that we are able to put forward recommendations for promotions. So if you do know a landsmate or even a sailor of a lower rank that's not part of a billet or a captain's house, you've sailed with them or worked with them throughout the days, and feel they deserve a promotion, please remember that you can put that promotion through for them and keep them going. It's also a good boost for them, and it makes sure we have the right people in the right places when we need to fill gaps for whatever reason on that side. Any comments on that? Okay, so that's it. I'll kind of rush through it a bit more because obviously I was very late, and we'll try and keep as close to that kind of 30 minutes as I can. So, the secretaries, appreciate you coming here. Is there any kind of points you want to bring in regards to the, I guess, where we are so far in this deployment with the COs within your respective departments? Is there anything we could be doing better or assisting you more with kind of the reports coming in? See the ship management.
As far as I can tell, things are going well. Go ahead.
No, you've already started. You already got more words out than me, so you go first.
As far as I can tell, things are going well. All right, your turn.
Wonderful. From my perspective, there's only two things I'll bring up. The first is when it comes to collecting, if you capture a ship or you have pirates that surrender to you or you fish them out of the water, be sure that anything that is surrendered by the pirates in terms of equipment or anything that is stored by someone, put it in a box somewhere, put it with this. Don't let random people run off with war prizes until you get back to island. There's a process for people to actually get stuff. But they need to be processed, need to be put in the prison, because you never know what someone might have on them. Also, if you are issuing fine paperwork, make sure the fine paperwork makes its way to the prison, as well as NID and Admiralty. Obviously, prison staff have been told that this is the policy. So, again, if you have prison staff on your ship, have them take charge of it, have them take lead of it, have them organize it, don't know what to do, if you're a bit unsure, or liaise with them. The other thing I'll state is that I am obviously aware that there has been a few discipline problems on ships when you are the captain or the commanding officer. This has come from various ranks. Right off the bat, when you're in command of your vessel, you are in command. We want to know about anybody who breaches that. In terms of trying to question orders, trying to make you change your orders, trying to cause a thing, being a cunt on ship, basically. We want to be sending that out as much as we can, either verbally or if need be an action needed. So obviously just make sure that is done. Obviously, every case be treated differently depending on what actually happened, but we want to make sure that we actually get the respect back in the Navy, because I have noticed that there's been a fair number of people have forgotten basic human respect and basic human decency. The other part to this is the case of just trying to think of the best way to word this bit.
Just spit out, sir. You're very good at that. We'll accept it, it's okay.
No, but in this case, it's something that we just make sure it's done. Is that try and make sure that people aren't being just complete arseholes to each other. Like, we don't want to be hearing this nonsense of people refusing to sail with certain people. It's not good if you don't like a captain or you don't like somebody else, and a person has work to do that avoids them going out with that person, fine. But I don't want to be hearing more fucking stories about people refusing to sail with said captains and basically saying, I'm not sailing with him. The act of saying, I'm not sailing with him. Not even coming up with a white lie to get out of it. I don't like sailing with that particular person. Everyone sails with who they need to sail with. So if you can go on a ship, you can go on a ship. You don't say, oh no, sorry, I think Lieutenant Balake is a bit of a prick. I'm not sailing with him. No. If you are going out on the vessel, if you are able to go on the vessel and they need people, you should go. I don't want to have people just sat around the island all day, just gonna wait for this person to be around, because then I like going with them, even though I'm not going to join their house or do anything that would mean I can actually have a choice in that matter. If you're in the house, fair do. No. Like, I've had a few reports of people just doing that blatantly, of outright saying, no, I'm not sailing with that person. Nah, none of that.
Fair enough, noted.
Let them know what will happen if those reports reach the Admiral. Because he will not have any of that. And they will not have a coat.
Can I add to that?
On that track.
Enter locals first.
We do have a yellow box, and it was covered in the ship to prison training book everybody should have got. There's a yellow box just inside the door. That's where we expect drop-off to be in of any items that are recovered from any pirates or enemies of the crown. That's where we keep that, and then we get it sorted to the back. The other bit, because I know there was some confusion, a lot of us have heard about a Duke. There are 2 Dukes. The Dukes of like Winterhold or Winterfest or whatever he calls it. That is not the Duke that we've all been hearing about. He's just a silly Duke, if you will.
He's a dumb Duke that's still fired in Navy vessels, so he's still level 3.
Is that the one from yesterday?
Yeah, the one from yesterday.
Yeah,
so he wasn't the Duke, he was just the dumb Duke that said to fire on Navy vessels and immediately get himself up to level 3.
Yeah.
He wanted just rum, and he was gonna trade you for fish and chips. That's what he wanted from the Navy, is what he told us.
I don't think he gave him all for that as a negotiation. Did he? I mean, use the excuse, no, it was fuchsia, it wasn't red for the flare. And use the excuse of, oh, we didn't mean to fire on you, and whoops, we didn't realize. But no, I don't think he tried to offer us fish and chips, yes, but not as a negotiation tool.
He was over half a grid away. Cleared twice. We sat and waited for him.
And also, again, I did make this point before. Again, do not make any promises to prisoners. That point has been made before, but I'm just going to reaffirm it. Lieutenant Burke, you also tried to speak there. However, the lottery ruled in Inslot's favor. What are you going to say?
Subscribe.
How are we handling people falling off parade because they want to do land duties over going out to sea?
Ask the secretaries. That's going to be a case of, if there's no secretaries around to do that, then you may ask. It depends on the land duty. Use your best judgment. It's a case of people needing to do crafting of certain key resources. That's fair. They may have a limited time constraint and they may need to make sure that certain things are stocked. If they need to build something urgently, again, probably fair. If their land duties are Baywatch, for example, or
Baywatch.
Love it. They are a junior member of the PLU.
It's very early for you, so.
But there's already 4 or 5 members of the PLU already there. Then you would question those ones.
I'll post a VOD up anyway for those
again,
that can't make
there
it.
are certain jobs where we
I'm not
need
gonna
people
make
there.
notes.
PLU, trade. But they don't all want to be there.
Okay.
Does that answer your question, Lieutenant?
Somewhat. I mean, a clear list would probably be a better way to go about it, but yes.
It's good. I'll be honest. You're not going to really get a clear list. It's a case of there's going to be some times where there's going to be certain things that will. It's use your best judgment for these, because there might be some time where there's an absolute random ass point I need to consider.
I think it's just a case. So when you do the parade, if a load step back, as they kind of do generally, it's just everyone. Every time, just remind them, primary duty is a sailor. You are to be on the water as a primary duty unless it's operationally imperative that you stay on land. And it's just a case of just drumming it into them and changing the mindset that they have at the moment, where they can just come on duty, do what they want, and go off duty again. So other than that, I think it's more of a case of assemblies to reiterate the point on a secretarial plus level. I guess even those go to the Admiralty to do it, then that will be part of the secretaries and High Command to decide that. But if we're all on the same page, and this is what I want us to get to, we all walk the same walk in regards to do's and don'ts of the Navy. It's going to make life a lot easier for new people coming in and existing people to start getting back on where we need them to be. But I think, Locke, did you finish explaining about the 2 Dukes? I think you got through 1. I just want to make sure you've covered everything you want to.
Oh, I was just saying I only know the false one, but I know there's a lot of information where if anybody hears the Duke, they are, oh, it's the Duke. The Duke of Winter. I think it's Winter, sir. I don't have a book to remember, but
no idea.
Well, I guess
if by the way, while you're here, Sure. One quick thing. By the way, I cleaned up that rat problem we had in the prison. Dealt with. Continue, Lieutenant Tempest.
Oh. All right. To add on to Lieutenant Burke thing about land duties and all that, do we have any COs or secretaries that are not attending? Then go and check with the people that are stepping off of parade. Verify if those duties are.
9 out of 10, they'll do it. Like 9 times out of 10, if you ask us to check, we'll check.
Alright, just making sure.
You can ask us if we do it.
God, this voice is horrible, isn't it?
I did speak with both the Secretaries of Operations at least once regarding this. Ultimately, what it comes down to is we cannot make people get on a ship. We can definitely try, we can encourage them, but at the end of the day, it is going to be their decision. The best that we can do, especially as COs and the ones that are going to be taking out the vessels, is trying to encourage them to do so, make it to an enjoyable fashion that they see that they would want to be on that ship, and that is ultimately the best we can do.
Yeah. Also, if I may add a caveat onto that, remember, your commanding officers, don't be afraid to get down there yourself and go and ask them, are you stepping off? Just ask. Don't demand. Ask them, why are you stepping off? Listen to their answer. If you feel that it's not a valid answer, say, hey, well, how about you try this instead? You could use the help here. I'm not saying make them feel like shit, but at the same time, convince them it's better to get on the ship. Otherwise, you're commanding officers. You don't need to have a secretary do that job for you, right?
Yeah, good point.
Vice Admiral Webster did make an announcement about this at parade last week, or the week before, I can't remember. And if it needs to happen again, it will.
Hope they
if they
Provo too.
continue to refuse to get on ships for whatever reason or another, the Navy may not be the place for them. Let them know that.
Mm.
We need sailors who will go out and sail.
Hello. And it is getting to the point where but that's not an empty threat. There are people that need to be removed from the Navy. We will remove them.
This is just me, but I think that two of these things that we've discussed could be related to each other in the I don't want to sail with this person and people who step off of the line and don't really say a white lie about it kind of thing. If we as COs are not attending a voyage of another CO and you see that happen, I think a good practice would be going and making note of those people who stepped off and going to speak to them, not as the CO in charge of the vessel that this person does not want to, for whatever reason, attend, but as a separate CO, and go and ask them and have that conversation, because they might be more comfortable having it with a different CO as opposed to the person that is now suddenly in their face. And I mean, even as Captain Kinsley said, don't be a dick about it, but like, it just might not be something they're comfortable talking with that person about. Maybe it is just that they don't enjoy being on a vessel with that CO for whatever reason. And that could be a very valid reason, and we don't know about it, right? But to be able to resolve it, we need to know about it. So learning that, and again, it doesn't come down to just demanding things or being a dick of these people, or saying, even necessarily saying things like, maybe the Navy is not the place for you. Maybe they have a legitimate grievance that needs to be addressed, and they don't necessarily know how to go about addressing it. So.
Well, yeah.
I guess it could be that said CO is not keeping the morale of their ship up enough, which is another issue that we'd have to deal with, and we'd have no way of knowing otherwise. So just ask them.
Correct.
Nothing wrong with asking.
Should we do another shuffle real quick?
Yeah.
Probably by the time.
Shuffle to the
You're
right.
like 180.
No, just.
Oh boy.
Oh, sink. Go ahead.
More like do a crisscross, you know.
Yeah, need a bigger room here.
Hey, Pip.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, we finished on that
any
point.
points you want to raise?
Yeah. Any other points?
Go, Dobby, go. Okay. I definitely have one thing, and I know a handful of us discussed it yesterday, just after War Games, and I would very much like to talk about this. And Secretary, this is gonna kind of lean into on your department. So at any point that you have something you'd like to chime in on, please, by all means, interrupt me. It's fine. Will not name names. I'm just gonna start stating by things that I have had multiple reports on that have come to my attention, and things of that nature. You've all seen me at all hours of the day, and you can probably rest assured I have spoken to every landsmate, sailor, master's mate, master at least once. I have put in the time to trying to have these conversations and making sure people are comfortable in their day-to-day. So I get told a lot of things. Not all of it is in the necessity of having a whole report written about it, and sometimes they just need to have a quick 5-minute convo and just vent a little bit or state something, and it'll make them feel better. As CEOs, we should not be having any form of after-action conversation while still on the ship, because if it gets heated, it gets awkward, that's gonna suck. You are still trapped on the ship. Please, for the love of God, wait until we return back to port before you try to have a conversation about it. If people are starting to get tired, you can start the conversation maybe once you enter, the waters of B2, but don't do it when you're 7 grids away, because if something happens and shit gets awkward, it's going to stay awkward for a very long time until you make it back to port and somebody storms off and runs to bed.
Are you more on about
stepping
grievances?
From that?
Is it grievances?
Just how do you think we did, bosuns?
Right. Okay.
I don't know. For the example that I had was a bosun got into an argument with another bosun, and they were coming to the defense of the CO, and it just it was all because they decided to have that little powwow right there on the water after they were out of combat. It really should have waited until they got back all together. So just stuff of that nature. It gets awkward quick, and it's gonna stay that way. Moving from that, bosuns, in my opinion, are in a very finicky. They're on ice. It's an uncomfortable topic altogether, and I would like to start taking some form of measure to correcting it in any way that we all possibly can. As it stands right now, we have a lot of people that want a bosun. We have a lot of people that don't want a bosun. People are scared. They don't want to put themselves out there. The current bosuns that we have, some of them are great. Some of them have absolute attitude issues that need to be addressed. I have heard it from the same person no less than 2 times, possibly 3, if I really thought about it, that they would simply let the vessel sink. It was that bad. Throwing a tantrum, I will then I just want bosun and I'll let the vessel sink. I don't know at what point during bosun training it got to the point where they feel so entitled as though they can set the risk of an entire naval vessel just by saying, well, then I'll let it fall apart. And I am willing to bet if given that opportunity and had they felt slighted enough, they would do that. It's
believe
weird.
That's called mutiny.
Yes. And you know what? I am not bashful and I am not shameful, and I will state exactly what I said yesterday. If there is an issue and you are refusing to do your job, I will have you stand at the back of the ship. If you are putting people at risk and I can afford to have you placed in shackles, I will do that. If you are absolutely putting people at risk, I have no concerns, no doubts in my mind that if it really came down to it, I will order that person be shot and thrown overboard. You will not put an entire ship's worth of people in danger because you refuse to do your job for whatever reason it may be.
Ash? I don't know. That's Ash. Valid points.
It was a little terrifying to hear that happened not once but twice. So stepping from that, as COs, we need to help bosuns to some degree. They get a lot of the bad raps. If they're bad bosuns, they're a bad bosun. We can work on that. We can help them. They can train. They take the blame for everything. As soon as a vessel sinks, it's the bosun's fault. As soon as something's not prepared correctly, it's the bosun's fault. Us as COs, we can definitely, if we're the ones taking the voyages out, and we do have it easy a lot of times, and we can rely on a lot of people, it should be up to us to make sure vessels are fully repaired, restocked, and actually ready to go by the time we are done with our voyage. We have paperwork. We can go and, file it away, come back to the vessel before we're done and call it a day, check over it. Yes, this is good. This is to my liking, and if it's, it should be prepared should anybody else need to do it. And take the vessel out. We need to ideally all take that upon ourselves. It's going to take a little extra time off our day-to-day, but we should be making sure these ships are prepared. I don't exactly...
Take responsibility.
Was that Damon?
Take responsibility, basically.
Yes. We expect these people to do every order that we give out at sea with no hesitation, as we are the commander of that ship. So the least we could do is, it's not just the epaulets, but it's our behavior and how we act that earns that respect even more so. We want them to follow us. We need to give them a reason to do so. Moving from that, I was hoping to speak to you, Secretary, about the bosuning, how it's handled, and how there's just so many discrepancies between accredited bosuns and what is to be expected of them, and accepting of them, because issues. There are issues. And people are scared to talk to one another about it, and it shouldn't be that way, so... Definitely when we are done here, I would like to cover that.
I'll jump in on that conversation, if you don't mind as well. Just to understand.
think that was like our biggest thing from yesterday when we agreed that we would bring it up today. But again, if you have any thoughts on it, please share them. But that was wholeheartedly where I felt yesterday. We had so many people looking at us every day. When we call parade, we are the ones that they are looking at, especially since in the later halves of the day, it is a lot of the lieutenants and the ensigns that the eyes are on. There are no captains present. So we need to continue to press on and bear that responsibility and ideally make it a place where people want to be.
Okay. Any other points?
That's pretty much it. No, I think that's it.
No, thank you very much. Anyone else? Say this one, we'll go on a little bit longer, I think.
I did have one.
Yeah, so feel free to speak up. If people need to leave, obviously feel free to leave. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, I want to get through all the questions that people
I have
may
a quick one.
Yep, go ahead.
Lieutenant, quick one, sir.
Yep.
Status of the war games vessels?
I put a requisition in for them 3 days ago now. I'm not sure why they weren't done right away. Captain Kinsley's ship was put up first, which has priority, of course, but I'm not sure why they haven't been done yet. When I see Keffer, I'll speak to him about it.
I thought the war game ships were done.
He's having a bit of a vocal issue, just to warn you.
Ah.
Ahoy there!
I believe it was Monday I requisitioned them. I will ask Kevin for.
Gas CT, everyone to follow.
I can, if you wouldn't mind, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard me say it earlier. You're commanding officers. You're the face of the leadership. Hold on, can you all hear me when I whisper? I don't want to sit here saying this too loudly.
Yeah.
Nobody, everyone on the island can hear you when you're whispering.
You're commanding officers. You're the face. What?
Go ahead.
You're the face of the leadership of the Royal Navy here. People are going to look to you for guidance. They look to you as parental figures. They look to you for, you are the disciplinary figure as well. As you know, being a parent is, one part discipline and a lot of parts nurturing. You need to look unto people like that. These are not necessarily our best friends. These are our sailors that we have to make sure they get the job and do the job right. You need to be the leaders, all right? I'm not saying any of you aren't doing a good job of that, but I'm just giving you a quick reminder. Because how often do you see high command on a ship? Which is where the sailors spend a lot of their time.
All the time.
Besides, sailors shouldn't be going to secretaries or vice admirals and things like that anyway. They should be going to the masters of your house or of your department, and then it goes up the chain of command from there. But that being said, you set the example for them. Please, just set a good one. That's all I'm asking. All right, I'll shut up.
No, thank you very much, Kinsley. It's all valid points, and your experience. Anyway, so yeah, it's all. Everyone needs to take that in. And this is why I wanted to get these started, and I think it's going to certainly help. So, anyone else? Questions, comments? Take that silence as everyone's okay for now. So just to recap, this is something I wish to do each week. Is everyone okay for this time each week? I know not everyone will be able to make it. I may not be able to make it every week, but that'll be arranged as need be. But is this time okay? Do you think primarily?
I'm going to normally miss this.
Okay. As I said, it's going to be very difficult to accommodate everybody. If people start getting too upset because they can't make. The only problem with the weekends is, if you have operations or 48s and such like that, if we do have these meetings kind of Wednesday, Thursday time, if there's anything coming through for the weekend, if we can get any of the operations secretaries, if they want to kind of pre-warn us of anything maybe happening over the weekend, then today is a good day to do it, because obviously tomorrow's Friday, and then usually we're straight into it, which is usually too short a notice to prepare ships or kit or such like that. So I'll prefer to kind of stay away from weekends, but maybe do a weekend every, once a month or something. I don't know. But yeah.
No, we could always make sure that Dobby takes notes on the next one as well, so that way it can just be put in TAC ops. Right?
The volunteer.
I'm good. No, thank you.
But yeah, appreciate you all turning up. There's a few more than expected, which is good. We'll obviously try and get some information out to those that obviously haven't been able to attend. But yeah, I think the main takeaways here is let's work together as a team. We are a team with ourselves here and also the wider Navy as a whole. Give confidence to the lower ranks, new ones coming in. The bosunry is extremely important. I wouldn't say they're the most important part of the ship, because they're part of the they're one of the cogs in the system, and if one of the cogs doesn't work, the whole system breaks. So we need to make sure that they're getting what they need and the support that they need. But likewise, we also need to make sure we are officers and we step up and show them where they actually are. We're not a glorified civilian company. We are the Royal Navy. We're here to do a job. We're here, worked our way through from cadets ourselves over many deployments up through the ranks, and I know for a fact I certainly didn't have that luxury of what they have at the moment. So I'm not saying we're going to take that away. We should be complete dicks about it, but likewise, if the bad apple starts to rot, the whole barrel rots, and we need to make sure we at least try and cut out the bad bit of the apple, or if the whole apple's bad, get rid of the whole bad apple. So that's kind of the main takeaway for this one, I think. So yeah, last chance. If anyone else has got any points, comments, suggestions, or otherwise, I'll stand you all down and free to carry on.
There's one comment I'd like to make, if that is okay.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Sure.
You guys are all COs, and including I'm sure a lot of you have noticed a discipline among the enlisted not be up to standard. There's difference between me saying, "Oh my God, Balake, you're so fat," and compare that to don't salute anyone, or any sort of, you can obviously see that it's disrespectful towards your COs. Nip that in the bud if you can, as fast as possible. Don't obviously do it in front of everyone, but if you can talk to them. Balake does that all the time. He's like, "Dabbit, shut the fuck up," and I'm like, "Oh yes, sorry." That's a bad example, but something like that in a very nice way would be great. Protect your fellow COs where you can, because that does affect the image of how men see you guys one way or another, and that does spread around. But yes, that was just my comment. Okay, back to in my corner.
Thank you very much.
My last one is a sleeper purge when. Been about a month.
We'll discuss that with Admiralty.
Sleep purge?
We'll discuss with Admiralty.
Woohoo! That's it. Last one.
Order practice on the sleeper ship.
Explosive barrel practice, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Everyone, don't forget the latest orders as well. I'll see dual patrols. I assume that's happening. I'm usually sleep, unfortunately, at that time, but after 6 p.m. EST, are we doing the dual patrols?
No.
Okay. Don't forget, we can probably arrange to get some
the ship's been modified.
Privateers thrown in with those as well. So, we can send Navy ships different directions rather than grouping up Navy ships. We'll get privateers pulled in. If that's going to be a long-term thing, we'll have to check with the Secretary of Ops as to how long that's going to go on for. Okay, that was it.
Right.
Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate your time.
Commander Smythe, I need to speak to you when we're down to the bottom.
have to go right to the bottom of the hill. Thank you, everybody.
Secretary Prem, if you want to talk by the Harbor House, we can go down that way.
Captain.
Oh,
Oh shit! I'm the only captain here.
Fergus, I was trying to say earlier, sir, is whispers have the chance to travel further than...
Bruv.
Oh God, I hope they all heard that then.
You give me stuff first.
Safer if you start talking normal.
Fuck.
You want me to?
Alright, Logerson, do you have one for me?
Those are so
Right, you know what? Man, Logerson, Commodore Smythe, with me.
Just do like a short hour and a half patrol. We can push ours a little bit back.
Right, let me read this first.
Oh, that's a beautiful one, so you're gonna love it.
Everything from the PLU is beautiful.
I definitely would not disagree with that, sir.
What did he say? His breath got taken from him.
No, I said
everything at the PLU is beautiful. Oh, so I also think I figured out.
Okay, so. Sorry.
Ahead,
okay, so I already know that's ours. We've known that that's for a while. They have been notoriously pirating, so we know that E1. They're not a terror again. We know where they are. The one thing that's good in here is that new ship name, which we'll sort of pass on. Right. Did you not have to talk to me about something before I talk to you about something?
Logerson's always bearing gifts. So.
That one.
That is a breakdown of every single port dive by company that's been getting that from the different pirate centers, the Dukes, and all the other ones. And then listed underneath it is the direct PLU report, so your folks up here can pull any of those volumes if you want the more exact details of them over the last week.
The Jaegers have had more times than 3, right?
What was that, sir?
The Jaegers, they've been hit more times than 3.
Port dives, I believe they've only had that many. Most of theirs have been sinks like right outside their harbor.
Yeah, she specifically requested them diving the ports inside with the blockades.
Sorry, chat. I'm trying not to talk over what's going on.
Alright, thank you. Right, Logersons, Commodore Smythe and Man, have either Mr. Reed or Mr. Meep spoken to you about what I told them?
No, I've not. No. I need to catch up on stuff, so.
Of course they haven't. Right. Two
Yes,
things.
sir.
Number one.
I got talked to.
One thing. Right. They put in a thing for a 48-hour request. That has been. I swear to God, you better be able to hear me right now.
I can hear you. Maybe just start again, sir. Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. It's just the wind.
Right. You can all hear me. Everyone can hear me, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Right. The Broadsiders, they put in a request for a 48-hour deployment. That has been approved. Go over to their port whenever. Just do it. Figure out if they need us to build a barracks for us, or whether they have a barracks set up for us. Pretty much the usual 48-hour setup. Kind of discussion with them. If we need to bring our own barracks, we can. There is a pop-up barracks we can put up down at trade, down at logistics rather. So if we need to build a barracks, we can. We just need to know whether we need to or not. But tell the Broadsiders that we will be doing the next 48. Perfect. Okay, Captain Flemington will be doing that one.
Have you got a date for that, sir? Is it a week on Saturday?
Next weekend.
Yeah.
I'm going to bed.
Well, Friday. Open Friday.
Yeah.
A week tomorrow.
Yeah. Very good.
Captain Flemington will be the one to do that. Once the Broadsiders have accepted that, we will put up sign-ups probably Monday or Sunday for the next.
Where's all the P-rats? in
Right.
chat. So that
Second
meta.
thing, the Jaegers. They have apparently been getting fucked, including having their resource chests broken into and destroyed. I would like for I would like for the PLU to go over to them, see how they're doing. If they are still really struggling with the resources, get a shopping list from them, and we will. And operations have cleared for us to negotiate with the logistics to ensure that we can give them a nice little supply boost to get them back on their feet and back into fighting shape. They helped us, we'll help them.
Yep, very good. We can get on that.
That one probably needs to be done ASAP.
Yeah.
We can see about getting somebody out this afternoon, sir.
Okay, so those are your two things. Confirm broadsiders, get that done. Make sure they're ready. We'll go from there. And then obviously check the Jaegers. I suspect, looking at this report, that the Roving Guard or the Vanguard are going to potentially need one as well if this continues on. We will look into diverting some patrols towards the Vanguard this weekend.
Okay, we can look at trying to get some privateers as well. Other privateer companies to start supporting the privateers as well. So they're looking for stuff to do. So
oh, they are out there, sir.
Yeah, we need to know who's doing.
Yes, I believe we sent. I believe we sent Strong Arm out there first, but I don't know if anybody else has been talked to since then.
Okay, well, that's fine. Just make sure it's noted down for record, so we know who's assisting who and when. So we can go back.
Yeah,
and
they
give
all
them
tandem
any-
up there, sir. The Jaegers, Broadsiders, Vanguard, Strong Arm, and Crimson Black all actually are on a weekly schedule now for when they tandem with each other.
Okay.
Throughout the week, that's all in the same 48-hour grid. They are very much leaning on each other for support up there, and they are getting the snot kicked out of them on the regular, and giving as good as they get sometimes.
Yep, exactly. So that's the whole thing. So yeah, we will. Yeah. So we'll do that and go from that. Right. So get those two things done and go from there. I'm gonna go pass out now.
Yeah. So just one very quick one for Interspear. I was around earlier today and noticed the NID post box was still full of our reports. Are you still getting stuff that you don't need? Because I don't want to be sending stuff up to you.
No,
box
so
is
that
still
point,
full of stuff,
it was just emptied.
Ah, yes.
It was just emptied about an hour ago. I have 30 reports.
But I think that's been in there for a while, though, I would think, by looking at the dates. So, yeah, I just want to make sure we're not sending up stuff
sure
you
what happened there.
don't want.
Yep, I'm not... Yep. Not entirely sure what happened there. Maybe a small miscommunication. That would happen again.
No, that's fine. So I just want to double check we're not sending up stuff still that you're not interested in, but they all seem to be kind of valid intelligence-led reports. Yeah, let us know. Once you've gone through that lot, let us know in writing, or come down and speak to us, or we'll come and speak to you, and we'll kind of
I think we just cleared it. I think that box should be empty right now.
No, very good. We'll just carry on with what we're doing. That's fine until we get told otherwise, and then we can review it. That's it. Okay. Thank you much for that.
Alright. Alright, have a good one.
Okay.
I am free and don't think the normal patrol I go out with is going out tonight, so I'd be free to take some folks out on the sloop or something to get there quick.
Yeah, I don't know Weathers and Co. Are they available? Need 4 to take the sloop. Just get out there and get back.
So.
Or just make sure you do take anyone out that's trusted. Obviously boasting and. But yeah, just
I can get Weathers tasked with it, so I can get him out there.
Yeah. Just get him to file a report once he's back with what they said. Any further requirements and such, so you know the score if you're going man. Yeah, I need to catch up with Secretary Prim. I don't know where they went with Black Ages, and then I'll be down at the PLU. And what time are you two disappearing? Have you got like half an hour-ish in about 20 minutes?
I've got about a half an hour, sir, so I'll talk to Weathers and find a LT that can help him get a sloop out, or I can do it when I get back.
Okay, and I'll be down there as soon as possible. I may not be able to find him, so I'll be down there straight away.
I'm gonna be around until probably about 11 p.m. by the Eastern Stars, like a short little brain food break. But otherwise, I'll be around pretty much all night.
Plenty of time. Yeah, also we just need to catch up with the changes gone on and whatnot. So So yeah, I won't be around tomorrow evening, but I'll be around all weekend. So yeah, I just want to try and catch up a little bit this evening, and take from there. Okay, right. Let me go try and find them. I don't think I will, and I'll meet you back down at the PLU. Okay.
Absolutely, sir.
Or did you see where Perm ran off to?
No, I was about to find you. Yeah, I was trying to find you. Did you not speak to him? I thought you.
Oh no, he ran
No,
off.
he vanished.
He's gone back down to
Probably went to go find out why those combat chips haven't been made.
Well, I know why they weren't made. I wanted to cover a few things.
Did we not
need
have
anything else,
war
Mr.
games
Man?
yesterday?
We did. We'll talk about it in a second.
Oh,
We did.
I can wait. I was just gonna talk to you about the CQC training course.
Yes, yeah, you can wait, please.
Yep, absolutely.
Alright, well, I guess down to the harbor house.
Yes. It's not up here.
Or the ship, probably the ships. I want to say the ships, maybe.
What, the war dock?
He's usually
where
at
would
the
he be?
shipyard. Usually at the.
Oh, he's
the
normally
house
on the
near
harbor house.
combat.
Man
Yeah.
sits down at the chair and he just doesn't move.
Yeah.
But if he went to go look for Kefenfer, I would assume that he went down to the ships. So down to the ships.
Go this way. Oh well. It's gonna be a 50-50,
Yeah,
I
then we
suppose.
can just swing around the other way if he's not there.
I'm just gonna jump down and use my grapple.
Ships, as in. Oh my god, lag. Right, sorry, chat. I'm not ignoring you. It's just like flaming. Down here. What, this way? Ah, God.
Commodore Smythe?
Yes. Oh my god, my knees. Help. Is there Damn it.
Commodore, did you find yourself into the most trapped place?
Yes.
could possibly
Why is there like a big gap here? Seriously.
Yes, sir.
Huh. Well, if you jump and crouch at the same time, you can make your way
I do
through
not
it.
have
He's
people
not
that
over
come
here.
Down here to get that sorted and get paid and stuff.
You know, I was going up to parade because I thought the captain was going to ring the bells.
Ah, blimey. Oh, a whisper.
Oh, well, as long as someone's ringing bells, it's fine.
Vega. What do you know?
Maybe.
He's not in there, and Kevin Fur hasn't seen him.
Vega.
Oh, okay. So then, yeah, he probably.
I think I lost a ship.
Yeah.
No, that hurts, sir. Don't do it. Don't do it.
The Atlantis? It's over at the war docks.
Okay, I thought I lost a ship.
Yeah,
You talking about the hauling ship? It just pulled into the war dogs.
The Navy's good at losing ships at the moment.
All right, Vega, if you'll excuse us, we're on the hunt for a secretary.
Have you seen Secretary Prim? Have you?
Oh, what?
You know
Which
where he
one?
Hangs out. Prim.
Oh, no, I just woke up. But if I see him, I tell him that your guys are looking for him.
Yeah, no, if you could. Right, sorry, Vega.
We're gonna be by the harbor house. Thank you.
Hope you're feeling better soon.
Okay, good luck with the chase.
War docks, is it?
Yeah, it's gonna be the harbor house more than likely. He's probably just sitting on the roof waiting.
He's smoking his pipe. I've still got Windows open all over my other monitor, and I can't see much of my chat. Well, sorry, chat. I need to friggin' sort my life out. But Abernathy, you said right at the beginning of the meeting about is there enough room on the sign-out sheet for the patrol route? Yes, there is, because I do it every time I go out. Yeah. I keep saying my knees are horrendous at the minute. All that old age, 5 deployments, standing on a cold ship deck. Balaki went the quick way, I went the long way. Jesus Christ. So I'll make a copy of that, I'll highlight that meeting, Aussie, and I'll put it into Discord. And I'll just use that as a meeting notes. I think you caught most of it. That Burke. Yeah. Gonna run out of stamina. Damn it. Nearly beat him. I'm so out of breath.
Secretary Pro.
Oh, there's a massive Kevin.
Oh, there's a miss.
Oh, sorry, that's.
Hello, Shadow.
Sorry.
Hello. Just the
Hey.
person
Oh,
also to be
got it.
reviewed and under the
I'm
the
stuck in a
telescope, as it were.
horse. Help!
Yeah, don't hide under the
Stuck in a
car.
horse.
We've already seen you.
Yeah, I was just trying to be a shadow. How are you?
Out of breath.
Salute you, but I'm a little heavy.
Too much cake.
Good for you, gentlemen.
Shadow. How long you gonna be awake?
Do you need me for? Very
Bosun
inappropriate,
things.
like. Tell me more. Tell me about your time slots.
The bosun things. They're all the bosun things. Is what we would like to discuss.
Bosun to me. Bosun to me, Block A.
You want me to bosun to you?
Hello,
I want you to please talk sweet bosunry things to me.
How do you show them
I think this
the way of hitting the
This
wood?
is a trap. This is a trap, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, I'm not. Well. Yeah.
The thing you need is this. And you need
a blue hammer.
this. The third thing you need is this. And then you win.
That's it.
Psychological warfare.
What do you do with those exactly?
Yes, the third part is very important.
What order do you use?
For this
Just out
one,
of curiosity.
you bang it, and you
You listen, everyone.
shit, scoop it,
The crew needs 24 people.
and then
well,
use like
yeah.
some more.
I don't like the Indian.
You bang it, you
patrols.
slosh it,
Catch.
and you lather it in paint, sir. Yep.
Okay. Easy job then, isn't it? Sounds like anyone can do it.
You would think so. It sounds like anybody could do it. Like almost anybody. That's. I wish that were the case.
No,
never,
actually, no,
never,
absolutely
you
not.
know, doesn't help.
It wasn't. Oh God.
Well, that didn't work.
Get down, Commodore.
No. Like that was supposed to go in the air, and it didn't go in the air.
Yeah, don't do that on a
It
ship.
bounced off the top of the Commodore's hat.
They lost a leg to go with my hand.
Did.
Yes, I did lose a leg. A shark attack.
Oh God, damn sharks.
You have a ringing in your ear?
I can't hear anything.
Ringing in my ear.
Yeah. No. Well, let's missed it.
When do you plan on going out? And how many ships do you plan on taking out? And I don't see very many people on this island.
Who are you asking these questions to?
No, she's going.
They were asking me about bosoning. I figured you needed a bosun.
Oh no, I think it's the general. How we got our bosuns to
No.
work.
No. Yes.
I think our bosuns are broken at the moment.
What is the process and training, and what do you expect of them?
There is currently an issue, and there is one issue that you can very easily solve, but I want to express to you what was stated, but I would also very much like your secretary to be here. Unless you are prepared to be the absolute bad guy in this scenario, I guess would be the easiest way to put it, but then there are still other things I would like to talk.
Good day.
Well,
you know what? We're gonna let that
Tempest
be your
was
decision.
the last one to see Prim.
Yeah, you can't use the Indian mode for
Okay.
tandem patrols. You can take a schooner, but we don't have any schooners
the-
anyway. And we don't have any qualified
Just standing
schooner
here on the
captains.
roof. Then we saw the Artemis come in. I mean, Atlantis come in.
Atlantis.
I guess it started going. Yeah, she started going birth
No.
to birth. What happened?
Where's he now?
I was bringing the Atlantis in because I was resupplying the harbor house. Like a second ago.
Master Prim. Secretary Prim.
Secretary Bram.
He'll be gone for about 30
Welfare,
minutes.
I'm so.
welfare check on
I'm so
Secretary Prim.
confused.
Secretary Prim had something come up in his head. He'll be back in about 30.
Oh.
Wonderful, Shadow. It looks like you get to be the bad guy. I hope you're prepared for a nice little conversation, so
We
you
should
can
just throw in a
understand
grenade
where
at
we
it,
are
so,
coming from as COs.
I feel a little bit one-sided on an attack when there's 5v1, but okay.
Oh, I've got good news. Right? If it's a poorly aimed attack, you can riposte it. But unfortunately, I feel like what's about to be brought up, it's not an attack on you. It's just general statements that we will be covering. So let's walk somewhere a
Or
little
like a
more
circular
private,
strike.
less in the open, like to the end of the ships. Yeah, come on.
Not at the secret, harbor house where nobody knows about.
Huh? I know nothing. Borrowing your shit.
Snapping my ass with a rubber
Borrowing your
band.
sheep. Your sheep? Your ship. That's. Well, he got there quick. Yep.
Oh,
Alright, Burke, this is bothering me.
All up here.
Eyes have just been fucking with me all day. Alright, take your glider off, your whole uniform off, and then put everything back on and redo it because just all sorts of shit for you is fucked up.
Looks okay to me.
Alright, Shadow.
God.
You
He's
ready?
naked and flying.
Are you ready?
But I'm ready for, but sure, why not block A?
Well, you're the head bosun, right?
Sure. Yep.
What do you mean sure? That is what I am told. So either you are or you aren't. So it's a yes or no. You are the head bosun, correct?
I am the head bosun. Absolutely.
No. Staying on the
Okay,
ship.
so when somebody gets an accredited bosun, that gloves come from you, right?
It's supposed to either come from me or O'Shea, and Prim usually leaves
I've
it to
not seen
us.
O'Shea or deployment. I think I've seen her once.
Or O'Shea can give out gloves.
Okay, and you are
Master.
prepared to remove those gloves.
You'll have to check
should
everything.
someone not be earning of them, right?
Right? They would have had to go through the accreditation process to get the gloves. I mean, one sinking is not a.
We're not referring to
say
sinking.
We are
Nope.
not referring to a sinking.
Not what he's getting at.
I was like,
All I
I
asked
lose
you
ships
was
sometimes. So
if you gave someone the gloves, you are willing to take them away, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So a problem has occurred, not once but twice, and I'm sure it's probably happened more than that, with one of your bosuns, possibly two. I'm not exactly certain. So we're just gonna start with what was brought to me, and one thing that I had witnessed myself. However, it was not my ship, not my problem at the time, but once it was not just a once thing and it became a twice thing, it very much became my issue. It became his issue, the Commodore's issue, Lieutenant McGrath's issue, and it became your issue, and that for anybody who sets foot on a vessel while they are bosuning. Where the statement came, I will not bosun, I will just let the ship sink.
What's the context of that, though?
I've get a lot more context.
So the first time I ever heard this was I was on this ship very early in the morning, and one Miss Ash Isabella was unhappy because the captain was talking, and she was trying to go through a bucket hammer check, and just started rambling on. Now, luckily for her, at the time, the captain could not hear her, because I'm pretty sure had he heard her, there would have been some instantaneous response to what she was murmuring on about. Essentially saying, well, then I wonder what will happen if we just don't do our job. I'll just let the ship sink. Now, there comes a point where it's just, you know, joking and being petty. That was not what that was. I think she just genuinely
sounds like frustration.
That all of the power of a ship sinking comes down to a bosun. Now, you've bosuned for a long time. You've lost ships. You've kept ships afloat, and I think we can both agree that a great bosun starts with their mental preparedness for things, both their patience and their understanding.
Sorry, just to interject again. What's the context of her saying that, though? Because it sounds like frustration of maybe the crew not listening, were they? Or did she ask a question and she got completely ignored?
That was for the first one. Second one.
Oh, can I clarify? Can I just see if I got that right? A spiel at the beginning of the voyage. And buckets and what she expects as a bosun from her crew.
I have no idea what the story is.
Mini spiel that says fucking tap your gun ports if I put it up. That's essentially my spiel. She's more formal about it, and the captain was talking over her, but they couldn't hear each other, and because he couldn't hear her, she got mad. And let's see if the ship sinks, because I can't get my. Is that about right?
Sure. For that one, we could chalk it up to. Well, she heard him. He just couldn't hear her, or he did hear her and chose to ignore it. One of the two.
It's your fault,
but
Chief.
The second one, this is where I drew my line in what should not be happening.
All
on
of this
ships.
is outside my time zone.
Same person in question, alongside Mr. What? Which what? I'm not sure. I believe he's one of the bosuns. Was essentially.
Nope, that's a big. You need to tell me which what. Aiden or the other one?
What?
I'm sure if I look through my notes, I can figure it out.
What?
Just know that it was one of the whats. It narrows down the list of people.
3. Well, 2. Is it a boy what or a girl what?
A boy. Man, rather.
2. That bosons all the time, and one that bosons sometimes.
Redhead or
apparently,
brunette?
I don't know.
Isn't one taller than the other?
It's just one.
In
of the
your ship, right?
We can figure it out.
Married
so listen,
one.
Miss. One of the.
Is that the right?
Don't worry about which what. I don't know exactly. We can figure it out afterwards. One of the whats and Isabella were passing notes back and forth, essentially trash talking the entire ship, their commanding officer, and being genuinely attitudinous towards one another or towards the crew. Having animosities towards one of the other bosuns that was on board but simply wasn't bosuning. When a call for, hey guys, how do you think we handled that, was called on the ship, which to that CO's unfortunate understanding of when it is appropriate to do that, Alexander and Isabella started hashing it out right there on the ship and arguing, and there was a whole report written about it. essentially, there was some disagreements between Nezabella and her CO, the person at the helm at the time, and stated that something just let me do my fucking job. I could just, and then when the after action was called and they were discussing it, she stated that I can just let the ship sink. I won't bosun.
That report?
Sure, I can get a nice copy of it. But
Pretty sure don't
definitely brought to the Master Chief.
I don't
I
understand
don't
the
know if you're
attitudes
going to be
on
able
that.
to read it, but I know that it was talked about.
Once I'd be able to read it.
I will go to the Master Chief myself and see if it is appropriate, which I think it is, as, again, as I was told, you are the lead bosun, you are the one in charge of the accreditations, therefore you are responsible for removing said accreditations.
And is that what has been decided? Because it feels like it's already been decided.
It is something that I would like for you to handle.
What? 666.
Obviously, at any point, I'm sure given enough reason, some captain somewhere is going to snap and state that that person is no longer an accredited bosun. I don't believe that is how it should be handled. It should be discussed between the captain, a report, or some form of witness brought up, and they should be talking about it with you. So that way you have facts and not just this captain doesn't like this bosun.
I feel like there's a lot more circumstances in the details. I'm not getting.
I would sure hope so.
Context is very important.
Here's the thing.
This type of stuff coming in cold onto this type of stuff needs to be addressed as soon as that ship comes in. The captain needs to be made aware. It needs to go into the captain's patrol log at the back to say there's an issue. Copies of that need to go to the relevant departments they're involved with. So in this case, it should go to Shadow and the department there. They should get a copy. I should get a copy as Commodore, so I'm aware of what's going on board the ships. And this should really be within hours of it happening. Holding on to information, discussing it, and then kind of a week later, or even a day later is really too late. You know,
Tuesday night, if I'm not mistaken.
This week, yeah, so 2 days. So, but yeah, that needs to be kind of logged.
Oh
and
yeah, this
written
was
up,
on
so.
Sawyer's Voyage.
But context is extremely important, because just coming in cold on that first one you mentioned, it sounds like more frustration more than out of anything. But yeah, context is very important, because there may be more underlying issues on that.
Though.
So.
That's why I had stated that bosun should be understanding, and clearly there are issues with communication on a ship sometime. So I don't see why we should be, throwing our hands in the air and stating, well, then I just want bosun and I'll let the ship sink. That is not something a bosun should be doing at all, especially if they're an accredited bosun. They need to definitely be, I don't know, more well kept and respected, but they can only earn that respect if they act in that manner. Same as any CO, it has a set number of responsibility that comes along with it.
So, and on this ship
oh my God, this
that I'm standing on right now, the Jack. It was early morning, which means it was Captain Murphy, probably Lieutenant Sawyer.
It was Sawyer.
Mistaken. Sawyer? It
For the
was
first
not
one,
Murphy at all.
No. It was for the first one. It was Murphy and O'Keefe, and this was just under or right at a week ago. And then the incident that the argument had happened was Tuesday night with Sawyer CO. I believe Drake might have been the XO.
I was there when they got back.
Everything is so slow to be looked at.
That one was most definitely written about, because it was a little ridiculous.
Commodore said there needs to be a conversation between people, and it needs to come from the people that were involved in the situation.
Immediately.
People.
Yeah, it needs to be written immediately in the patrol log.
To be the Commodore, it needs to be me, it needs to be probably Preem, maybe O'Shea, the captains and the bosuns in question. None of this can get resolved through hearsay and reports. It's resolved in person.
That being said,
Yes, I still want to see the you know, the.
if it is written up immediately, getting everybody involved that needs to be involved in that conversation will still happen a day later. Unless something miraculously happens within the next 30 minutes, you all are not going to get it immediately and be able to handle it immediately.
No, absolutely, and it's not about that. It's about
The
having
proper
it wrote down.
channels
The first
need to be
step,
followed.
Yeah, the first step is to have it documented. Second step is then to have the conversations. Now, yeah, absolutely. You know, you're not going to get everyone there.
Oh, absolutely, sir.
And you know, the chain of command's there. So if there's a step missing, then you're quite rightly able to go to the next step on urgent issues. That goes without saying. So if Shadow's not around,
Now you're coming.
Go to Prim. You know,
You're coming
not
to
around.
me.
Yeah.
He's saying, Shadow, you need to remove these black gloves. Know anything about these situations? I'm literally just coming to. You're coming to me.
This conversation goes to absolutely anything.
As the captain, as the lieutenant that wasn't on the ship.
It could be a trade person.
And I'm just like, okay, well, hang on. I have no idea about any of these situations. I'm learning them for the first time. I haven't spoken to
everything's left on hearsay.
That CO or that bosun in person.
Well, you can't do anything.
Like, I feel like there's a few more steps that need to be done before I start ripping away gloves.
No, yeah, well, don't get too kind of caught into it. It's just
Not
an
telling
RP
you to remove
that's
her
going
gloves.
through
I
here.
was making sure you are in. We are all on the
Master Chief,
same
and that's
page.
already aware
That
of it.
will fall down onto you
By
for
sounds of
that.
it.
And bringing up the instance
Insinuating.
of why it's even being talked about.
What we're trying to do here is
I mean, it was you were.
what's happening with the boat.
First thing you asked me, Blockade,
After the
was,
meeting with this
"Hey,
hab.
Shadow, if one of your accredited bosons fucks up, it's your job to remove their gloves, right?" And then you proceed to tell me how they fucked up. So the natural course is you want me to remove their gloves. Otherwise, you wouldn't have started with that. I'm just trying to follow a bit more of a structured way with this.
Have like a bosun handbook on. Do you have a strike system? Anything regarding bosunry, or do you just simply they're accredited, and like that's it?
In all
Yes, there is a structure. There
in all
is a test.
seriousness,
There are
though, I
two
don't
tests.
think
I'm accredited. It's based on
That's not even-
communication,
I don't think
technical
we don't need to know those steps.
aspects of ship and bosunry.
How
and
internally the department operates.
is a
All we need to
personality
know is
test part of
what steps do we
bosun
take
requirements?
to progress
No.
any issues within that
Just
department.
good communication. Obviously, we all
It's
have
basically
different
the report.
personalities, so it's not really a thing that can happen.
Oh, like
I think he's referring to once they
is
become
there-
accredited.
Yeah. Like, is that it? That's all you have written down is once they're accredited, it is no longer your issue. That is what I'm trying to clarify here.
No, that's not written down anywhere. It's accreditation is to keep a ship afloat and communicate with the commanding officer and to take care of a shipyard. Interpersonal squabbles is no, not in my handbook. I apologize. It's not.
Well, to be fair, I don't think any department has a handbook on how to deal with people's mind thoughts, because that'd be one very big book. One that I would want to read. So.
At the start of CQC training, the very first thing I told everybody is you will act with a modest amount of decorum and respect, and as soon as you are letting it go to your head and acting that you are better than anybody, you will be stripped
Isn't that
of
what
that
the instructor
certification.
corps do when they come in as cadets? 'Cause I'm pretty certain that's covered in the basic training in regards to how you have your
Step
conduct
1.
within the Navy, and that's basically a
You would think that.
fundamental requirement to be capable of to manage within the Navy, and that's a cadet. And if it's not, then
I think
the
we're
instructor
getting
corps
off
should be.
track
But,
on
yeah,
what
I
he was
think-
asking.
Yeah.
We're segueing.
What he's all he's asking is, Shadow, do you have any authority over the bosuns once you accredit them?
remove accreditation if necessary. Of course I can.
That's pretty much it. That's all.
And this is the first time you've ever actually heard about any of this.
I wasn't awake yesterday, and I woke up just now, about an hour ago.
We checked your
To
mail,
be
and
fair,
is it possible there's something in there?
Not checked my mail yet. I was literally restocking the harbor house because we were out of wood, thatch, and fiber. I woke up at like an hour ago.
It's okay.
Checked the box. We were out of those, and I moved these boxes.
Okay. No,
Check my mail.
Again, it's
I
not an attack.
apologize.
I was just curious because my thing is I've seen it already a handful of times where reports get written, they're handed to Master Chief. That person is air quote dealt with, but then the departments that are like affected to some degree aren't actually alerted. So things could stay the same, and another repeat incident might happen, and more will, it'll have like a downward effect, even though we don't know it's coming, right? Like it'll just be like all of a sudden a boulder comes rolling down the hill, even though we should have been told the boulder was there in the first place.
But does that not go back to what I said at the beginning? As soon as that incident happens on the ship, the commander of that journey does the patrol log. Obviously in the back of that, puts the issue on for whatever department it may, maybe trade, it may be PLU, don't know, doesn't matter. Same process applies. That copy goes to Ops as per usual, but because there's an incident on that, then obviously it goes to Master Chief, fine, sent to him, but also goes to relevant department head as well. So that will eliminate that. Oh, it only went to Master Chief, and the department hasn't got that information yet for whatever reason. We need to be proactive, and that's kind of one of the things I was trying to get out of that meeting, is that we're not doing our jobs as good as I know we can. We're all very competent, and we need to do better on our side, and it's working as a team, rather than kind of leaving it to individuals, and hoping that the job is done. As you say, it's not always done, or isn't done at all the way it should be done. So we need to take every step possible, and I think going forward, any incident, doesn't matter what it is, we need to log that as a separate incident in the back of that patrol log, and send a copy to the standard places plus to the relevant departments of where they work, so that they are aware straight away.
Relevant departments.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's just a stick it in the
I
printing
mean, I
press
saw some mail in there for
it may be in there.
Prim, but not myself.
It may be in there.
That was why I wanted
Secretary
to
Prim on
approach
it.
you about it. I wanted to approach you about it because
It'll always
if
go through
the
Master Chief
bosun
ultimately.
accreditation goes through you, then you.
What Black is saying, and it's
Again, why I
right.
asked, are you the one
Communication
that's also going to
in the
be
Navy is
removing them
horrendous,
of that
and it's so
accreditation?
slow.
I understand that you might not be the
it's a
only
game.
one,
No, people
and that at
aren't
any
on
point the secretary
24/7.
feels like ripping gloves off to somebody,
Some
he's
people
damn well going to
miss
do
days,
it.
and it's
But I
like
would
2
like,
days
if you are the
because you're
first
not on.
contact of, well, hey, this happened.
So you're just
here's
covering off the
report,
bases,
here are the
basically.
people responsible and involved. Should we even be going through you, or if it's out of your hands altogether, then this is a moot point. That was why that was one of the first things I had asked.
I, as head bosun, do have that authority, but I would not use it alone. Of course, collaborate with Master O'Shea and Secretary Prim before I were to rip gloves off, because I would never make a decision like that in such a light manner where it wouldn't involve more people. Makes sense.
Well, what you do with the information? No, it does. Well, what you do with that information past that? That is obviously you are trusted with that judgment. That's why you were elected for your current position. So obviously, us as COs are gonna respect that. That's why we came and talked to you and wanted you involved instead of just being like, "Hey, Secretary Prim, your shit's on fire," and then walked away.
I mean, like, would you go up to Ensign Lash and rip off his tassels and say, sorry, you're no longer an ensign, without having spoken to any captain or the Commodore or any of the secretaries of operations? I hope not. It would be the same thing.
No. I would just shoot him. It depends on what he did, honestly.
Just shoot him.
But obviously there's fucking chain of command in this military operation we're going for. Removing an accreditation off season, it would be like removing the tassels off your shoulder. It's not just it's a life, essentially.
Right. And if any of us, at any point at the helm, decide to say, well, maybe I'll just let my crew die. Maybe, well, how about that, crew? Why don't I just let you guys die? Do you think that I would still have these tassels?
I think it'd go through the proper channels before you did lose them, and it wouldn't just be up to
We are
one
trying
person.
to learn what those proper channels are, hence what this conversation is. I apologize if at any point any of the individuals as part of this conversation made it seem like we were aggressing you, or being overt, or being too direct, and made it seem like you or your methods were being attacked. What we're trying to figure out is what these proper channels are, have they been utilized, and if not, making sure that they
As lieutenants, they should know the chain of command.
This is the first time I'm hearing of either of these incidents. So,
it's like
knowing
brand
that,
new. It's not brand new at all.
we'll work through
It's
now
actually
the proper
surprising, actually.
channels. Hopefully, somebody informs me of what the fuck's going on, so I can make an informed decision and bring it to where it needs to be. Because this is the first time I'm hearing about any of it. Straight up over my head and ended up in that fucking mailbox with Secretary Prim's name on it.
I always take it that no one knows what's going on.
At
when I
that
do
point,
stuff.
someone has
Which is
decided,
usually the
hey,
case.
just go over Shadow and O'Shea.
Well, it's going to go over
The
you
chain
because
of
that's
command.
Master Chief.
Master Chief. Fuck the chain of command.
Well, come back down the other way. That's the thing.
Right.
But as far as these situations are concerned, they're
Aren't
kind
you
of done and
glad we
dusted.
pulled you to the side?
So glad I was blindsided by all of this and have no idea what's happening, and now I know what's happening.
Right. Well, we can get something written up. Commodore, I trust you to work it out with the ops clerks to have it written that it should be added to the back of logs if there's an incident on the ship. Add it to the back of the log, and then have it ripped out and copied to wherever it needs to go for that given department if it's an individual basis.
Yeah, I'll get something wrote up and yeah, just put a general notice out to everybody to do that. I'm surprised it's not being done out of just common sense, to be honest. Not to offend anyone here or anything, but you know, we've all been here and we're in these positions because of our experience and such, and it just does it not make sense if there's any issues on board like this, which are going to potentially have repercussions, even small or large, that it's wrote down at that time so it's not forgotten about. And the best place to do that is a patrol log, because then the Secretary Ops will see that and say, actually there's an issue here. They should go and have a conversation with whatever department that is, and then send copies to them, etc. And that's how it should work in my probably oversimplified brain, but for some reason it doesn't. So we'll get that.
I think it's just that it happened on the ships of people who might not think that way. That might be it, because I know I have written a log and then at the back did an incident thing as well. I think it's just like one of those
events such as that need to have their own paperwork. An incident report needs to be its own piece of paperwork. Correct.
Yes.
Holy fuck. McGrath
That's
is
how
right
Operation wants it to be done.
What did you say?
McGrath
Have you
is
not been
right
able to
there.
hear me this whole
Thought that it was Blockay's voice being thrown over there behind the jib, because I can't see McGrath behind the jib. How is Blockay's voice doing this? I just fucking realized I can't see McGrath behind the jib.
Well, at least she was
Me and
able to
McGrath
hear me
don't
anyway.
even. If only she was. Yeah, we don't even sound the same.
We really don't.
I was a little confused. I was a little confused, to be perfectly clear. How is his voice doing this? He's like being two people. Like yelling
Shadow,
or like
lay
talking
off
and then
of-
whispering.
Stop sniffing the gunpowder. Oh my god.
It's the blasting powder. Get it right.
Ease off of it.
There you are. I
It's
found you,
doing
McGrath.
something to you.
You're just sitting there behind the jib.
Do you think I was just having two fucking different personalities having this conversation?
Sounded the same.
don't sound the same.
Right. Well, we don't. But anyways, an incident can be referred to in a voyage log, but an incident report needs to be its own paperwork, specifically because operations will get eyes on it that much quicker and be able to make copies and distribute it to the necessary parties that much faster. An incident report has immediate eyes on it. A voyage log could not.
Do we have one of those? I
think
can't
the
recall
key
seeing
Voyage
a
logs
specific.
are often glossed over.
What was that comment?
It just needs to say incident. The way that it's written is just incident report, time, date,
Oh no,
person.
yeah, I know
writing
what's in one. I'm
report.
just wondering, have we got one? Because I've never seen one. That's why I said just put it in the back of the patrol log. 'Cause they should be reading that anyway. But no, you're right, Ralph.
I don't think we have a list.
We should have a
No,
just a
'cause it'll be
template.
in its own book.
Yeah, well, I'll write up a template and submit it to Secretary Ops for their approval and dissemination once they've approved it. Up until that point, if anything does happen, just stick in the back of the patrol log, because then you can tie it to the patrol log and the crew as well. If kind of other people need to be spoken to, trying to kind of keep it simple, but give it as much information as possible at the same time. So, okay. Well, Shadow's
The
busy,
key
so
thing to write out to the COs.
Get those to me.
The key thing to write out is that if it comes down to an incident regarding bosuns, that it should be addressed. Also get a copy to Shadow, not just the secretary, as she's the one who is ideally heading that whole thing. As head bosun, kind of just makes sense. Just make sure COs know to be looking toward.
No,
Really want to know what it was, because it doesn't sound like senior shipwright what. Little what.
make a note of mention at next meeting. Good.
Yeah. Yep.
Fine.
Like Aiden
Then
what?
off again.
I've had my eye on him,
Pencils blown.
and he's got some. I've let's say I've stepped on the brakes from getting him accredited because of some of the things I've seen in him. On my radar of to stir the pot, I guess.
Everybody hear me now?
Yeah.
That Logan.
Well, I believe that's an end to our little conversation, because it seems like people are finally starting to move about, and we do have a voyage that leaves in about 17 minutes.
Oh God.
I guess that.
But
goes
if you have a copy of that report before you leave, could you get it to me?
I will
check my mailbox.
Hunt down the person that has it. Yes. Here's the thing, Shadow. I just don't believe that people are even taking you into consideration when it comes to that. That's why I assume you might not even receive a copy.
Funny. It's fine. What am I? Just a woman with blue hair and a coat.
Blue hair? Yeah, that makes sense.
All good. Well, I appreciate your time, Shadow.
I don't think I'm considered. I don't think I'm considered high enough rank to matter.
No, Rob. God's sake.
Do a master's mate?
But that's not really anything of authority. That's a fancy sailor.
Well, don't go degrading yourself for the rank. You are important.
Master's mate.
I understand. I have importance, but I don't think in the eyes of others I'm the person to go to make decisions like that because of my rank.
No, you're right. You at your rank would not be able to strip on anything from anybody that come from a higher rank. Yes, you are correct in that respect. But your opinion is and expertise is valued, so that's why you're.
I just don't blame those that don't look at me and say, "Hey, she's going to make that decision," because technically, no, I don't have that authority. I have to advise and give my opinion, but no, a master or above has to strip the gloves. I don't think I could strip gloves they would 100% take my opinion into consideration in their choice.
Right.
But I don't have that ability. I don't.
She could
I
recommend
don't
it.
think without approval from Master O'Shea at minimum.
Don't sell yourself short. I'm sure if somebody absolutely fucks up, you know, I think that is a big problem. People are scared of being the bad guy, and therefore, you know, we as a whole, a lot of people are just afraid to remove something from somebody. Once you are no longer doing your job appropriately.
That one.
You want me to remove his
The one on the
gloves?
horse. Have gloves.
I'll go strip his gloves.
I want to know if it's Aiden what or the other what. Oh my god, I need to know. Please find me that report.
Right, okay.
Right. As you were, Miss Shadow.
Thank you very much.
Don't distract me longer. Thank you.
And you're lovely. Whatever you need, it's yours.
Which ones are you taking to ship out?
I want a snow cone.
Who did she said that to? Did she say all of us? Only Commodore get a snow cone?
I think she said any of us.
I think we all have one.
We're all great.
I'm sure they've got more than one. Someone's got a stash of them somewhere.
Bring 4 back.
But yeah, we'll be taking a ship out for the patrol. We'll try to get a tandem as per the Frago.
Yeah. The other thing you could try if you don't have quite enough numbers, we don't have any war schooners, do we? I know everyone goes, no schooner.
Definitely wouldn't take a schooner out anyway. There's no value
I
in
took
them.
Sloop out the other day.
We get heavies, some heavies
There's
on some
no
sloops.
point in taking a schooner anywhere.
Are they that bad, are they?
Yes.
So that's disappointing because I remember when I was kind of lieutenant, taking a schooner out used to be actually valuable then with
They're good for fishing
on.
and having fun, not for combat.
Oh well, never mind. No, it's just in numbers wise, so we can get those at least 2 ships out. But yeah, okay. Go get yourself sorted. I'll get.
They did good yesterday.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I'll get a
Alright.
template put together
gentlemen.
and sent to ops and.
Yes, of course.
Thanks for bringing that
Thank
up
you
and.
for showing up today, there, Commodore.
I'll say.
Of course.
I don't know what's going on, so I like to have some idea what's going on. So.
Random box of treasure maps. Interesting.
I don't question what goes on.
Maps.
Right, sorry, chat. Go down to PLU now.
Who are you waiting on, man?
Sorry, we did a miss. Let me close that. Don't need that. Let me open that. So I'll scroll back a little bit. I've missed too much. Kriegos gave up on VoIP again. Gonna make dinner with family. It's been an hour and 30 minutes. Yeah, sorry, mate. That carried on a bit longer than expected, but wolf at the door. It's more than showing that constant mentality shouldn't be what other bosuns see and follow see. Yeah, there's got because for those that have kind of just joined the stream, this isn't about that specific situation. OOC, I know a little bit about it. But this is off the back of the meeting that I've just had and held for the COs, the first one. So it's all the ensigns and LTs, captains, myself, a couple of the secretaries. Just as a general team meeting, as you'd expect. And Blackie brought it up. And he's trying to ascertain who's the point of contact, basically, for the department. And it's Shadow. But Shadow is just alluded to right at the end there. It says she doesn't have any power. She can't just walk up to someone and say, give me your black gloves. She can. But she's going to have a very, very difficult conversation with many higher people as to why she did that without consulting the master, secretary of the department, the master chief. It would be very difficult for an LT to do it. To be honest, I think a captain should be able to get away with it because obviously a captain is in that position. And should be completely respected enough to have that common sense to do the right decision. So that's kind of where it's stemmed from in a nutshell. Feel free to go back and watch the meeting. It's pretty much 20-30 minutes after the stream started in the VOD, which may give a bit more context of where that's coming from, but it does make sense. We don't have an incident book as such, and as I say, sticking to the back of the patrol log, I would like to think if you did put it in there, it would still be seen, and plus you'd have all the crew information with that as well. Whereas if you put it into a separate book, you're having to then spend the time writing another book to replicate what you've already done. Yes, you can copy and paste, but still a faff around. So personally, I would just like to stick it in the back of the patrol log. If it was on land, then fine, have an instant book. But on the ship, I think it should be tied to the patrol log, just to save time and effort. And then it can be addressed straight up, but copies are then distributed not just to ops, as they're done now. Jesus Christ. Freaking door! They should be distributed not just to ops, but also distributed to the relevant department head or point of contact for such things. And in the case of bosunry, Shadow and Co do the training and signing off for the black glove, so they should be well aware of what's going on. But it will ultimately come down to the master and or the secretary of the department to make that decision to strip the glove or strip the rank, or whatever the case may be for that punishment, for whatever that incident was. So incident reports to PLU frustrations. Okay, you ready for some PLU stuff? I know some reports in your mail.
You get everything solved at
instant reports.
Murphy
I read
Marauders
them.
that you
Sorry,
needed to?
it's not meant to be my eyes. I do have want to clarify the points made.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you said
what she's reading now.
You're going up to the captain's house.
Yes, I have 33 strikes in my book. That means 3 times fuck up. I know I'll write a report. Right, okay.
Orange sails.
When was the date on this? 11th.
They're kind of an orange creamsicle color.
I know I do.
It's definitely not
now
a,
have the authority. I know I do now have the
It's got
authority
no
to boot
gun
someone out of
ports.
this department, nor do I have any intent to do so. But running up to ops and ID because it makes you look important for getting vital
was
procedures
that?
doesn't sit. What would you? It's got 8 pages.
No.
Oh. Hello?
That's what has been completed in
The
Operation
captain
Stars
and
Compliance
s-
Point. Taking out Navy vessels.
All right, whoever is sailing that.
Well, H1.
The one that
On me
Master
taking on
Davi
ship,
was
I
on.
was approached by
probably got
Director
rid of it.
Secretary Ferguson to head up Jaegers and drop off the letter ASAP, which he just did earlier.
Yeah, I
with
saw
Man.
Master Davi on it earlier. But
Just turn that down. Last round, but there were no COs available to an hour. Just a couple of cadets and 2 landsmates had important jobs to do. So me and Harlow jumped on the schooner, filled the voyage log, and sailed over to drop internal Secretary Ferguson. We were back in 40 minutes and deployed back to Secretary Ordered. As we want to write up a report, but that was not necessary. Jaegers arrived shortly after drop off. And Secretary came down to handle matter. I do not know anything about this. By the way, I find it extremely harsh to label me as AWOL. This is probably a lot of you missed this, but I got back off a patrol and the bells rang, so I went to the bells and then Man caught me at the end of that and kind of offloaded a lot of concerns that PLU were having or incidents like this, which apparently had been kind of over at least a few days, if not a week, which reflects again to what we've just been discussing with Shadow about people having these issues but not dealing with them correctly. And the quickest way is actually writing it in a book and sticking it in the mail, because you can say that that person's not going to be around for 2 days like me. You know, I'm in on Monday, I don't stream or play on the Tuesday, so I'm busy, and I'm back on a Wednesday. So yeah, it's going to be like potentially 48 hours before I even get to look at it, purely because I'm not in. But yeah, man was kind of verbally explaining all these different issues, and it's like, well, I've never said that, and you're saying this about one person, the other person's doing exactly the same thing, but it's just like a lot of verbal stuff that's been stored up. You get to these situations where you get big books of this, that, and the other, which really can be avoided. We had this last time in 5.5. Mass Mix will seem failed to do thorough background checks on individuals whom she is vetting for the department. I have one written testimony from lead instructor Devon and will be seeking addition. And I said this to Man, and I think I've mentioned to Logan as well, is that speak to people. If you don't speak to people, especially when you're in the same department, work on the basis of this is actually factually correct with what she's saying, which I believe it is, and that's why she was master, can be very much sorted out without even involving a book or a complaint or a whinge, because Man was going to go all the way to all the way to Master Chief. I went, no, you're not. Because yeah, as soon as you start bringing in Master Chief, it's like, oh my god, you better make sure that you're 100% factual in what you're saying, because if you're not, you're going to be on the block. How is it being a Commodore? Yeah. It's nearly 1 o'clock in the morning for me, and I'm up for work at 7:15. So even if finished now, I'll get about 6 hours sleep. Time I get sleep and stuff. But yeah, I need to read this stuff because I've not done it to catch up with. Man states my slow pace for staff is being hindered. The logistics side, I don't see how, to be honest. We needed a new admin clerk. How does this affect him? I put up a notice on the board for staff, which she did. In 3 days, I had 3 applicants, which she did, because she spoke to me about it. Ran to them and get her opinion. Was informed about Landsmate Meep and didn't have a talk with him about Spot and Fairweather. Still haven't met him. There were no concerns. Informed you that I think that's pronounced as Spot, opposed to Spout. Would be a good candidate. I've been frustrated. I think I'm reading a book that I should have read after the other ones, but we'll carry on. I've been frustrated that I'm not informed of what seems to be basic knowledge involving privateers. It feels like information on privateers is never disseminated to clerks that would be useful on voyages. For example, I only just met the Wolven Guard yesterday, 9 and 9. I feel we should be close to them so we're comfortable reaching out to us. We have a book full cases full of reports from privateers. We have books on information, whereabouts, etc. Nothing prevents him from other clerks to read this. Yeah, it's only a letter of marks and stuff that are really locked up. The clerks are simple, being used as easy and convenient messengers and nothing more. We're not getting a chance to learn and grow in the rock. Well, that's down to Locust and Mam, to be honest. And looks small in a way. Well, they're all equally guilty in that complaint. We're not getting a chance to learn and grow in our roles and support the PLU. The opportunities are taken from us by one of the people we're supposed to trust the most, but continues to not earn that trust. Every morning I find non-barcoded files in the lockboxes and in the bookshelf. Weathers and others have been instructed how to do it. Is this not an opportunity to learn? When I wake up and find those reports, I barcode and file them. If Weathers find that is an opportunity taken from him, true. I feel honestly that Sailor Man has personal issues with me, and he did so well in the previous deployment, and he did so as well in the previous deployment. He's now rallying others to join his cause, and I can tell you now, sir, that he will not sit well with the person. His personal internal drama is something that man seems to thrive on. He assumes things, has half information, jumps to conclusions. If this continues, having reports being made behind my back instead of approaching me and asking clarification on step down the master of the department, is not the threat, but promise. I'm only working with you and this department, but I will not handle this BS. My plate is already full. And just for OOC and in character, we know in character, but OOC, if you're not aware, McSmall actually left the Navy. She didn't perma, she's soft perma the character, but it's dead. It's basically dead. She's joined a civilian company. On the server still. So, yeah. And it's probably because of some of this. Although she's been in the Navy quite a lot. And she wanted to try something new on the Civ side, so yeah, McSmall is no longer around anyway. So I think this PLU Frustrations is probably the book she was looking through. I found myself becoming frustrated with how the PLU is both function operating. When I joined the PLU as a landsmate, I was described an idea of the PLU as a function of the Navy that supported the privateers on the seas both on island and off. Correct. I was told that my contribution to PLU would be outward-facing interaction, which it is. I was told my job would be to interact with privateers in their ports as needed, which I do, be it inspection or just do simple checks. In the meantime, I have not been asked to do this. I've been informed that a few times this would have been possible in the last week. Master McSmall has taken it upon herself instead to perform a task that should have been relegated. Yeah, so I should have read this first before that other book. Never mind. I've witnessed time and time again other clerks and myself doing nothing but holding the doors for the privateers. Often feels like we're just dormant for the support. I've been frustrated that I'm not informed of what seems to be basic knowledge of private privateers. It feels like information on privateers is never designed. Yeah, so McSmall shouldn't have really read this because one, it's in my desk. You wouldn't go into your boss's desk and start going through his drawers. Even if you have to drop something in there, you wouldn't start taking stuff out and start reading it, you know. So that's slap on the wrist, McSmall, for doing that. It feels like information on privateers is never disseminated to clerks and would be useful on voyages. Yes, we just read that. The major point regarding all this is I felt that none of us clerks are needing the PLU. It feels like all the work's complete before it will ever reach us. The cards are simply being used in these convenient messages, nothing more. We are not getting a chance to learn and grow in our roles and support the PLU options taken from us. I do agree with that, and that's on Mann and Logerson. McSmall generally worked the EU time, and obviously, yeah, there's crossover because the clerks from US obviously came online kind of later in the afternoon, which you'll see their morning, and then she was sometimes on the evenings as well. But this one here, I'm going to hang on Mann and Logerson. To be honest, especially on the upside, because I know they have been going out and doing stuff, but I've not had any reports, I've not had any taskings saying this is what we're doing, so I don't know in character or really OC what they have been doing, but they have been doing stuff, so I can actually believe that. So yeah, I have to address that. I hope this times things smooth out, but if right now one person is running the show and they move as if they don't need. There's a bit of a target in there for some reason. With the loss of Captain Port, I find this may be a good time for the entire Navy to reflect on what it's doing. Short term with these war, so I'm doing it. And again, this is why beginning of the week I arranged for the OC meeting we've just had. To start to address this issue, and I kind of hit on it a couple of times. I didn't labour on the point, but I did hit on it, and I'll be interested to see how things kind of change over the next week, because we'll have the same again next Thursday. I only speak for myself in these regards. That's fine. I don't mind. That's all good. So I think this is the other book that she read that she shouldn't have read. Okay, this log will include a bulleted list of complaints I've had impact. I think, what was this, the 9th? So, yeah, this was the day, I think, or the day after that I spoke to Mann, after he grabbed me on parade, after parade went out. Excuse me. One second. Sorry, chat. I'm not ignoring you. I'm also trying to read the book and stuff, but I can't read what you're what you're reading as well, writing. But chat away with each other. My chat is all going a bit weird again. Right. Lack of communication between departments by... No, that's rubbish. I've never said that one department is more important than the other, or one department owns the others. It doesn't. What I have said is that admin overlaps the other departments, because admin on the most basic form is paperwork. In the 1700s, that's administration. It's basically filing paperwork, and logistics have filing and paperwork, and logistics has filing and paperwork. So by default, whether you want it or not, admin will have to be involved with that to understand what they're doing. Other than that, there's no between departments by admin. That's not the way it goes. Including change of right. I'm going to go up to parade. And I'll come back to this. I think it's just a an understanding of who's doing what and why. Still, for some reason, I don't know why we still got that. But maybe I didn't. You know, I was pretty disappointed when McSmall said that she's gonna be leaving, because she was very good. She was very good in 5.5, and that's why she came back as master in 6.0, because she could handle the paperwork side. Obviously, the differences there, just clearly there is differences for whatever reason. I don't know. It all seems to scream at me in regards to admin, logistics, and ops. Man, McSmall, and Logerson couldn't have a conversation to work out those differences, and that's what I said to Man. Stood on this rock just here. I think it was pretty much. It's pretty much on this rock. And I had this in 5.5, so I'm not going to do it again. I don't have to do it again. Is anyone talking?
Good evening, Commodore.
Oh. Ah, good evening, Mum. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Reports, paperworks, issues.
Secretary.
Oh, God, isn't it great?
Wonderful.
What the? Graphic you want to put on the board? Tandem patrol.
Probably figure out the head count first.
Right, how many people are going to step off? Everybody.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Those all cadets? My eyes are definitely tweaking.
Attractor 63 is just redeemed
So
ad
they've got a
time.
new, like, 6 or 7 cadets today, apparently.
60 people.
Toes, line, salute, dress the line, toes, line, salute.
Oh,
There we
one of
go.
us is
Make
the
sure
soldier.
there's
Let's
room for
not
the
say that about
friends.
cadets,
Oh,
please.
nice straight line.
What about cadets?
My ears are... Ow.
You said what about cadets?
Alright.
I can't, it won't let me press the add button. It's because I just had an ad, I think.
Why are there so many of them, Epster?
I'll explain it.
Okay.
Sorry, you got an ad.
Let's see the sign to do now, other than paperwork.
Got an ad thanks to a tractor.
I see there's a straggler. By the way.
Ooh, who's a straggler? Run, Master Kevin, for run!
Kevin for?
There was somebody up by the hospital who's running over.
To the chopper, Captain, sir, quickly.
Luke Kalani's also just getting finished at pay.
All right, at ease, everyone. Hello and happy Thursday. Unfortunately, yes, I'm aware that you haven't seen a CEO wandering around the island for a little while. We were having a little bit of a powwow. That being said, if you all direct your attention, assuming you are an enlisted and looking at us up here to the right board where it says Ceremonial Parade, Friday, September 15th, 6 p.m. EST. Ceremonial Parade means you have just your saber on your belt and nothing else. If you intend to show up to that parade, just know that that is what's going to be expected. And COs are going to be walking up and down the line. So if you would like to save everybody a bit of time, make sure that is all that is on your belt at that time.
Loads of people join, loads of people go to sleep, some leave, then you get a new influx.
That being said, we've got about a 3-hour patrol going out, following along the trade winds as per usual. This will be a tandem patrol, and there will, if there is more than enough crew around, we will more than likely be sending out a third ship as well. So if you do not have that time, or you are incredibly busy building ships, stocking shipyards, and doing the like, by all means, step to the back of the parade.
Solution has joined the Navy. What the hell? He's a pirate.
If you are in a red coat, get off the line.
Ooh, you better be moving. You better moving. I'm repeating myself today. Come on, NCOs, don't let me down. If you have the time, fill in the lines.
That's enough. That's enough for 2 ships.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I had sent out for a third ship.
How many CO? 2 ships, yes. 3 ships, doubtful. COs all going?
Oh, right there. That's 24 on the line, not including COs.
Who's your bosuns?
Yeah, I can go. If you need somebody on another ship. It's up to you.
We'll try
you
to...
have McGrath as well, so.
Yes. If Tempest is going, though, I believe we'll have him CO for one of the ships, because he missed his voyage today because we had a...
Oh, yep. Yeah, do that, do that.
So, are all COs attending or no? Pip?
I'll wait and just do mine normal after you see what I can put together.
Nope, Pip is not going. Miss Drake?
I will try.
You will try to go?
You'll try?
I will go. The last time we went through the trade winds with the native tongue, the voices got really funky and it gave me an extremely bad migraine.
I see. Okay, alright, that's fair.
I wouldn't go
Secretary,
then.
You be accompanying us? Yes,
I
no?
wouldn't go then.
Not today.
Okay, wonderful. So then we have the perfect. All right, back of parade. You are all dismissed. Thank you for attending. Make sure you are paying attention to the boards on parade, the ones to your far right. Read them.
If you're at the back of parade, don't go anywhere yet.
Far left.
I lied. Stay put. Don't move.
All right, Lieutenant Block A, you, me, and there's 2 lines. That's 24.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
All
7.
right. And we'll have McGrath as well. All right. By all means, call
I am
Secretary.
McGrath. That's 25.
Don't waste your time with this. By all means, thank you. Unless you have something for us prior to. Don't want to waste your time just staring at us.
No.
Wonderful. All right. Can you all hear me on these front 2 lines if I address you like this? Right?
Hi.
Clemens down to Stearman, I'm assuming. Yes, there's 2
Void
voices.
range
Clemens,
is like-
Stearman, you can hear me.
I can hear you.
Official service must be
Perfect.
horrendous.
Okay, so I'll stand right here. All right, if you are Porterhouse, step to the back middle line. If you are a bosun,
How you doing, Damask?
after you shuffle over, fill into the left. Let's go. Just to the left. Just to the left.
The bosuns pull the hammers out.
I just make them take a step forward. I can't be asked with the hammer shit. Just step forward if you're a bosun, please.
So they got 1 bosun.
best?
Silver.
Can I just lie down if I'm a
It's
bosun?
a lands, mate.
Sure.
Should we? Lay down
So
if
we have
we're
3
bosun.
bosuns total today.
Yeah, if I can just.
I can bosun.
You're not talking.
Need be okay. You'll be secondary.
need
Mr. Silver will
secretary.
be primary.
Oh,
Yeah, just.
it's
I'll
people.
tell you what.
Is he?
Garth, what ship do you want to take? You want to take the
I need to get to you like right now.
Artemis?
Is not Tempest taking the other ship?
I will go with Tempest.
Alright, sorry,
and we
one
can take
moment,
the
one
Imperium.
moment, one moment,
Unless first to
one
take
moment.
another ship.
Right.
Mr.
And I will take
Edwards,
the Artemis.
Just give me a moment.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes,
and tell your people with you.
Does yell work? Does it? Is it just talk normal?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you can yell. If you're trying to address all of
You
parade,
talk or you can
including
yell.
the ones at the back.
No. Do you notice people running off to the queues while they're? Right, 1 second.
Sounds good, Brimstone. Get that hashed out, Mr. Meat.
Hello. Could everybody hear me?
Basically 30 minutes left before
Quiet on
I
parade.
have to go to bed.
Quiet on parade.
I have to go. Actually, I have to go to bed.
Who
now
is talking?
Mr. Meat, Mr.
tomorrow
Meat.
morning
Who is talking?
Meep.
Cadets, please.
Follow us, cadet.
Cadets, just wait a moment. Instructor. Bring them back.
Cadets, instructor.
Bring them back.
Instructor, come back.
If you can't hear me on the back line, come up to. What are you two doing at the end? What are you two doing? Do you not hear me? Hello?
I didn't hear you.
I did not.
Didn't hear me. Everyone here needs to remember where they are. Do you understand? For those who don't know me, I'm Commodore Smythe. If you are standing in lines, and I've watched people just now walk off from the queue of saying yes, they do want to go on a voyage, and then just walk off. Those queues are there for a reason, or lines, terminology, to make sure that we can have the correct complement of sailors on each ship. If you do not want to go, step off, but have a reason to step off. But do not stand on a line and remove yourself. Does that make clear, common sense? At this point, you say yes, sir.
Aye, sir.
Hi, Commodore.
Aye, sir.
Yes, sir.
Aye, sir.
If you're on the back line, Balake, are they excused or do you need them anymore?
No, they're excused if they have somewhere to be.
If you have other duties...
I was checking out where they were going, sir.
Well, very good. Just do a couple and get them on the way, because clearly they're all very busy, so they can't go, excluding the cadets, obviously. Thank you, instructor. Carry on, Balake.
Alright. You can do with a 13, McGrath, if you want to send 2 over.
Right.
VoIP is great.
Right.
I didn't realize that was Dobby.
Red Rover, Mr. Golder, and Mr.
Silver and Gold.
are exempt. That means I will throw Clemens over, and I'll give you Thorn as well.
Hate this VoIP though.
Wonderful. Go to that back line.
So I don't know who could actually hear me.
Alright, Tempest, let's wrangle them up. We're all going to the HMS. Which ship? Tempest. You can use the Imperium if you so choose.
Going to the HMS
Yeah, Solution was a cadet in the back, yeah.
Make sure you sign your name.
It's like,
you are a bosun.
I didn't realize it was going back as a cadet.
If you are a medic, place medic next to it.
It was a very, very good. I remember finding him in 3. Must have been 3 or no, it's 4. I think 4.0. I had a couple of fights with him in 4.0, and he's a very, very good
you have quarter
captain.
You have the
Pirates.
ship.
Then let's
whatever
take
you
it.
choose. Alright. HMS Imperium.
Drake, are you with me or are you with the others?
Drake will be going with you.
correct?
Better to be with you. Less people, hopefully a less chance of a headache.
What was it?
Perfect. Artemis it is. Go ahead and go.
See what Burke's up
You
to.
will be exiled.
They're doing land checks.
Okay.
They're doing that thing.
Alright, Commodore.
Safe sails, gentlemen.
Okay. I'm just saying why people. I'm just seeing why people had to step off.
No, Mr. Sweetwater, so I can continue his training.
Need to go.
Oh, right. Carry on, Comfort.
Sweetwater.
Yep, you're good.
He's on his way back to the instructor corps.
Mr. Darcy.
Finishing a report and going to bed, sir.
Understood. Anyone that's going to bed, you're dismissed.
Or we can actually communicate.
communicate with each other. Isn't that fantastic?
Anyone that needs to go to bed, you're dismissed.
I need to go to bed. It's 20 past 1 in the morning.
Understood. You're kind of at the cutoff. You're free to go.
Okay.
Next one's telling me that Vanilla VoIP is good. I'm going to punch them in the throat and tell them to tell me again.
All right, you're all dismissed. Thank you for waiting patiently.
It's bad, isn't it?
Thank you.
It's not bad. It's just obviously it's very good. The other one.
What? I can't really.
In my office.
Provo.
Okay.
In your office? Yeah, sure.
Just put those. Yeah, thank you. Because I need to give them to someone, and I can't leave with those on me. All those are masters.
I have to go drop some stuff off in the Admiralty.
Okay, I'll catch you at the mail.
I won't be long.
What ship had vacancy? Do you know?
Nope. Probably McGrath's, if either.
Right out. Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Good trip. Any anything of note?
Most of them were going to bed. A few of them had duties like cooking for the entire Navy. That was kind of important.
Okay.
They were all pretty much valid excuses for the most part.
No, I'll. Here's what it is, but got 2 ships.
Some of them just didn't have enough time to go on the voyage.
No, it's very late for kind of European stars. I should have left about half hour ago, but no, that's fine.
You're good, Miss Mel.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Commodore, do you have a moment to speak,
Yeah.
by the way?
Yeah. Okay, Burke.
Okay.
Thank you very much, and I shall probably head off shortly, so I'll bid you both a good day, and I'll go speak to Man, and keep safe, and we'll see you soon.
Okay, you don't want this?
Oh God.
She was trying to give you something, Cap.
Oh, sorry, my eyes were kind of half shut, if you kind of knew what I mean, so apologies. Good boy. Absolutely want some of that. Thank you very much. Sorry. No, my eyes were half shut, so yeah, I didn't see your hands come out. What are you giving us? We have a Navy ration and Southern fried chicken dinner.
Oh, thank you.
Breakfast.
Spoiled.
You're welcome. I gotta see if I can catch ship.
Thank you all.
Mm-hmm.
Right, okay. Thank you very much, Burke. Yeah, sorry. Want me one last thing?
So I'm at the point where I need to get caught up on all the PLU stuff.
Yes. Man, are you around for a little bit? I know you said you need to go for a break.
Yes.
But yeah, Man.
I'm currently waiting on brain food, so I've got time. I also need to talk to you about the voyage out to the Broadsiders and Jaegers. Been a few hiccups, and I want to see if I can get permission to do something a little unorthodox.
Well, let's head down towards the PLU, so I need to head off because it's getting very late in my head, and I'll see Burke is the LT of the PLU anyway, so there's nothing can't say to me anyway, so throw him in the deep end. Okay, let's run.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, because Burke is the PLU LT, i.e. my second in command, so he's basically the Commodore when I'm not there. An accident in the US Army nearly took off my fingertips. Luckily, I only got permanent, never damage, and can't feel anything. My fingertip to first knuckle. Nerve. That's good and bad at the same time. It's one of those positive, negative things, isn't it? it's a risky business, military. I'm ex-military myself, so well, same as any job really, apart from an office job where you got paper cuts.
Sorry, sir. I don't know why my legs are not moving as fast as they should.
It's old age, my man. Old age.
Probably have a little too much in your pockets.
I think I only have about 105 pounds in my pockets.
This must be one of your belly then.
It needs to be less than a sixth of what you can carry.
Stand up some scales. Right. Okay. What's the deal then?
So, Logerson did not write the orders. He's having some very serious issues with his ability to speak. Like to the point he tried to explain something to us 7 times,
Critical.
and we could not hear it at all.
Stop
like
eating.
we'd hear him start talking and then just gone. So my question is, can I take out the voyage? We'll take down all the information and then write the actual orders when we get back. Either I'll go up to Ops myself and get a
Sorry, this is the one
template from them,
Jaegers,
or
isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, obviously Lieutenant Boat is not aware of that. Secretary NID has tasked us to go to the Jaegers ASAP and to see how they're getting on and to see what support they're needing in resources, because they've been under the hammer constantly. Also, as a privateer, and they have obviously assisted us as well. The Navy are obviously trying to support them more proactively. So he's asked us to send a PLU contingent out there to speak with them, see what they need, come back with a list of stuff that they do need. Logistics said they will support it, but we need to let logistics know what it is we need to support them with, and also then get that stuff back there. Now the stuff going back there.
They're in what, F? They're in what, F2, E2, F3,
E2, isn't it?
E3, somewhere in that area.
Yeah, it's with yeah, because there's like 3 of them. It's Crimson Black, just to the southeast of them, the same grid.
Yes, F3, the north.
Oh, sorry, F3.
Island.
Sorry, yeah, somewhere under. I've only been there once.
I mean,
but that's like that's basically a sloop.
We can go there on my
trip.
patrol if you want to mix it.
Or if you do that as well. Yeah, what time are you going? A couple of hours.
I'm going in about 35 minutes.
Oh, right, okay. Will that work for you, man? I know
we also. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, does that time work for you? I know you're saying you need to go get some food.
I actually do have the food. I was going to take that quick break after this, but the other issue is we were trying to wrap that in with the orders to see the broadsiders, because they need that information for the 48.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to take a sloop and do that's fine.
No. So we can tie it in. Just think because it's just quicker. You know, if you had a couple of hours, whatever, before you went out for yours, then you get there and back 6 times in that time on the sloop. So it's only going to be a short conversation, I would think. But no, if you're taking a brigantine out, yeah, you've got no orders. Have you been given any orders for grids?
Our orders are to go through the entire length of the trade lanes and keep them clear.
So it takes that direction anyway. So yeah, that's fine. You can still accomplish that task anyway. So I'm more than happy for you to do that. So if you can just kind of write up a basic tasking. Has Luxon left you a template? I've not seen a template yet. I have asked for one, but I've not seen one yet.
We have not officially received a template from Ops. We keep asking, and they're bouncing it back.
I said to Logerson to create one. I don't know if you can assist.
He does
on that,
have one.
Burke,
He has not shown it to me yet.
Ah, okay. I'm sure, Burke, you can just create a template, can you? Just a basic PLU tasking book, just with the headers that need filling out.
Sure, I just would need what, time, location, parties involved.
Yeah.
Summary report.
Yeah.
Task.
So it's basically the same what we have. But yeah, as long as it accounts for who, what, where, when, and why type thing, then that's all we need. So it's just that the logistics side with the PLU, i.e. Logerson and his team, or Man, if it comes to it, can just write up a book and say, are we okay to do this trip? And we can just read it if I'm around, or if you're around, you can just read it and say, yeah, that's fine. And then we can file that way and just keep a copy of that, just in case anything happens, that's all. Just cross that off.
I really quick need to check the archive for the location of the Broadsiders, because I don't know it off the top of my head. I don't have any notes with their information on.
Is there anyone else around? Is like Weathers or any other?
I think Weathers actually went out. Weathers actually went out on that voyage. And actually, now that I think about it, I have the Bebop in my desk, so I can check that real quick.
There's a bug with movement. There are days when you can forget have like 1,000 stone in your pockets and others like running cement. I was generally slow until I actually learned to use my skills, increase my armor movement. I've been in touch with okay since then. But yeah, he was running really slow for some reason. Yeah, so Man will be able to take you through his stuff and what he knows. If you come this way, that's the PLU billet. So we need to get keys for that. Actually, we need to leave that in the duty log to get keys for that. We need keys.
I think I have keys for everything.
Yeah, have you got?
Finally,
you've got key. Oh, for in here. That's just gone up. But
it took me 2 weeks to get them, but I got them.
Oh God. Okay. So this is Man's desk here. This is Logerson's desk. So if you want to leave anything, just also drop it in the desk in a folder. Other than that, I've not gone through anything up here. Feel free to look through. There shouldn't be anything in here that shouldn't be. It'll stand out if that's the case. This is obviously the main area. You know where the secure storage is.
I need to go through this room pretty thoroughly to catch up.
I know Landsmate's Spot, isn't it? S-P-A-U-T. It's pronounced Spot.
Yes.
He's been in for a couple of days, but I think he's done quite a few improvements and bits and pieces with what's going on. So not sure what's changed, if anything. But yeah, the duty log and such is in there. Make sure you read it when you come on, just to see what's been happening over the last couple of days. And if anything happens, make sure you fill it out. The template's very simple. It's literally a 30-second job before you go. Do you know how to do the barcode? Call it a barcode, but it's just a reference number from the book for any reports that come in. Do you know how to do that, Burke? Or I'm sure Man can show you that when it's a bit more time. But yeah, if you do...
Yeah, my plan is to be up to speed by the end of the weekend on everything.
No, that'd be good to have you around for the later times when I'm not here, because we seem to be having quite a lot of prisoners coming through. Not on a obviously very regular basis, but
yeah,
it'd be good to know that you're kind of around for that seniority, just in case we need it. But as I've said, anyone here in the billet with the red jacket should be treated with the same respect as what I am or you are. So if you see anyone kind of overstepping that, captains downwards or even secretaries, you have my authorization to obviously just remind them that they are professionals within the PLU and know what's going on, and unless it's completely absurd what they're saying, then at least have the decency to listen to them if you need to. And let me know if you do have that conversation with anyone, because yeah, it's the same with any department.
What color red is the red you're using?
It's brick. You should have brick red in there.
Yes.
So I think you can colour your vest, can't you? What do you think about it?
As well, I had to go check the letter of mark application.
Yeah, no go
on. The broadsiders are D2 Caledonia Bay.
So it's E then D. So it's D2 then E3.
Yes. My only concern is I know obviously Lieutenant Burke can handle that as well, but I would not be able to make that long into the voyage, as that's the other end of it.
Do well. The broadsiders, there's no immediate rush for this evening. We can do that tomorrow. The Jaegers,
yes,
we'll do today. So just do a tasking for the Jaegers today. Just get that done. So just say description is basically go to E3, see the Jaegers as instructed by Secretary NID today to ask on any assistance they may require for resources. That's basically it. That's all I need in there. Then just put the date, time, ship you're going on. And then when you come back, just say what you've done, what they say, and we'll get that copy up to NID and Ops, and that'll be it. If Burke wants to get someone on the ship to do your standard Ops patrol log that you do, just give that to someone else to do if you've got someone. But as far as the PLU one, that's all you need.
So, are we providing them with these resources after we find out what they need?
Yeah. Don't guarantee it. See what they
some
need.
Shipment over there, basically.
Yeah. Go
on. Yeah. I'm gonna say the reasoning that I heard was they had an unfortunate incident where somebody broke into their warehouse, destroyed their resource boxes, and just left everything on the floor.
The Jaegers was here last night when they made that report. Yeah, I was here with Lamont when they made that report. Yeah, they came in last night to talk to us about it.
Did they leave a written report? I assume so. Was it just
if they did, Lamont has anything that they left, but mostly they were here for the pardon for Ricky.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, obviously Burke goes without saying that we need to make sure that if any privateers do come in with anything, they write it down. And we have that copy, and it's registered in the cabinet there with a reference number and such, so we know it's been done. So if you can check with Lamont. Did you say Lamont was here when that happened as well?
Yes, Lamont took whatever reports that they gave us.
Okay, so yeah, just if you see him later, I'm not sure if he's around later on today or maybe tomorrow. I'm not around tomorrow. I'll be around on Saturday and Sunday though. Just make sure Lamont has got that written report. And that's the same for everything. We just need to get in that process of getting that for everything that comes through. Doesn't even, if it's half a page, fine. If it's 2 or 3 pages, fine. Whatever. But yeah.
Actually,
just something in paper that we can track.
That broadsiders voyage may need to go out a little earlier than tomorrow. Secretary DeLeon had something she needed to talk to them about as well, involving a matter between NID and the PLU. Apparently, somebody authorized a captured ship to be sunk.
Huh? What, from the Navy?
What grid of the broadsiders in? No.
Do you say
something, right?
D2?
D2.
D2. So it kind of be on your way.
We can do that
D2,
tonight.
D3.
That's fine. That's along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that easily.
I can let Secretary DeLeon know then that you're going out there.
Does she want to go
on? I just remembered she was
on
waiting
ship
to
with
go.
me anyway.
Oh,
she's gonna be on the ship tonight anyway.
That works then.
Okay.
She goes on my voyages.
Okay. That works then. Yeah. So yeah, just get that tasking done. And I'll pick a copy of that up on Saturday when I'm back in, and just get the details you need and go see them and do that jazz. Yeah, it sounds like manual. Not go on that voyage then?
Yeah, that one. The trade winds patrols end like an hour after I need to be asleep.
Right. Okay. That's fine. I'm sure Burke, you can manage that, and say especially the DeLeon if she's there as well, so she knows about the other one. The Jaegers is very easy. It's just what do you need? If anything, just get a inventory off them, bring it back, and let us know what they need. And get that down to logistics and copy up to NID and ops. Job's a good one, and yeah, we'll catch you up with other bits and pieces. But yeah, just have a look through Burke, see where stuff is. I'm sure you'll pick it up. It is quite simple, man, to be honest. I know we've had some teething issues and such, but I think it's just basically a case of any reports come in, go to that bookcase, get the book out, give it a reference number, paste it into the book, make a copy of it in the printer, leave the original there, and send the copies up to operations in ID if they're intelligence reports. If they're just general rubbish, don't send it up. But we'll just keep it down here just as for historical value, and that's it really.
Before you do go to bed, sir, I did want to say something to Landsmate Spout about here in the office. Just so that you know, before the weekend, he's been an incredible help in the office. He has helped pretty much everywhere that he has needed help, offering constantly to do things with just about anybody, asking tons of very good questions. I wanted to speak to that.
No, that's good information. Thanks for feeding that through. He's Landsmate, isn't he? So yeah, unfortunately, even I have to go and put a request in to promote, so I need to get it authorized by ops. So if you do have that,
really? Oh, I was pretty sure we could just promote to sailor. But...
No. Oh, actually, no. Yeah, you're right. Actually, yeah. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. I think you can as well, can't you?
I believe he's asleep.
I'm
for a
pretty
few
sure
days,
lieutenants can even promote to sailor.
Yeah. So okay. Well, I've heard kind of rumblings in the background of positive words on him, so I'm more than happy to process that to get him into the sailor's uniform. So if I'm not around and Burke, you see him, feel free to action that.
Yeah, we're trying to keep him as kind of a secret
man.
weapon. His report writing skills are even while Logerson. They might try to other departments, ops, NID, I don't know, for like a clerk might try to steal him for how good he is at it.
Yeah, get him. He's joining the
I mean,
billet.
the master of paperwork has a lot of potential.
Is he joining the billet? Is he, or is he in the captain's house?
He's looking to an admin side. He was trialing with Master McSmall.
Right. Okay. So get him on the billet, get him promoted, get him the red vest, and keep him here if he's that good. I think I've met him once with McSmall a few days ago, but he seemed quite a pleasant fellow. So yeah, we can certainly do that. Anything else?
I'm good. I just need to get ready for my voyage. Everything else is just going to take time reading through the paperwork and getting a handle on what events have transpired.
Yeah, I think all the training all the books, man, they accessible here? You know, all the books you wrote up from the London Archive, where are they stored? Because they should be accessible somewhere.
Yes, I believe all of the ones that we were supposed to have physical copies of are in Master McSmall's old office.
Right, okay. So, yeah, we kind of get that sorted out, get those training books accessible. They should be there as a reference, not hidden away. So, put them upstairs put them upstairs. Well, actually don't, because that's for senior clerks only, so you'll have to put it down here in a box or something. On a shelf. Do that, that's fine.
What island were the broadsiders on and what spot?
Caledonia Bay, I believe it's the northwest side. It's really the only one that you can fit any good sized port. But I also believe, even if you're coming in from the south side, you should be able to see their port. I think they built pretty much over the middle of the island.
Who are we talking about?
Oh, you know what? I think I was
Spot.
there when I was doing the search and rescue, actually, because I went to every island in that grid.
Landsmate. New landsmate in the PLU.
Yeah, yeah, that does ring a bell. And the privateer stuff is on the opposite side of the island.
Yep. It sounds like Delion will know anyway, so it should be fine. Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna get out of here and start getting ready for patrol before I'm late.
Yeah, well, if you get a chance, Burke, when you're back, can you shift my ship across to the war docks or get someone, allocate someone just to move it? So it's there's a berth.
You want to move a bit over there?
Yeah, it's going in the war dock. It's a middle berth. I've already marked it up. So yeah, if I can get shifted over this evening, I'll just get someone else to do it.
Yeah, I can. I'll just sail it over there now.
Oh, appreciate that. Thank you very much.
And just to make sure, did you want me to write those order books for the lieutenant, or if he's doing it, do they not need to be written if they're on the way?
Burke, did it? Burke, did it? Where's he gone? Go and chase after him and ask him. I think he was starting to write it by the looks of it. But yeah, I'll catch up. You're on Saturday?
No, I'm not around again until Sunday.
Right, okay. I'll catch you on Sunday then. Need anything? Oh, I've read through the notes on my desk as well. So yeah, we'll catch up. Everybody, and yeah, try and get the clerks involved with a bit more stuff. Okay. Between you and Logan.
Yes.
Okay. That's down to you. That's not down to me. That's down to you two. So you're responsible for them being bored, not me.
No.
So.
Yeah, absolutely.
So get them involved in something. Okay.
Yep.
Even if it means you're tying the times for the journeys out when they're around. Okay.
I will go try to. Okay.
Thank you. Right. I'm going to head off because it's 10 to 2 in the morning and I'm up for work at 7. And I'm not even asleep yet. I think it's been a productive day, to be honest. I think it's been a productive day.
Mr. Man, how are you?
I'm doing alright. How about you, Fairweather?
Decent. So I was trying to come back around and see about the junior clerk position again. Have you seen Master McSmalls lately?
Master McSmalls has unfortunately retired. The Commodore is available, though, if he has a moment to talk, I can see.
Okay.
Sorry, did I hear my name?
Take me to him?
Yes, Commodore. Mr. Fairweather here was looking to try out with the PLU.
Oh. How are we doing?
Great, and you?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Yeah, unfortunately, McSmall is no longer with us, but that's not too much of an issue. Are you around? How long are you around for?
How long am I around for? About until 2400.
Trying to 2400. So that's a few hours, isn't it? So you may want to jump onto Lieutenant Burke's ship. Yeah, go and track him down, man. Thank you. He's got a couple of PLU taskings, and Lieutenant Burke is also my 2IC for the PLU. Although he's got a little bit of work to do to get up to speed with what's going on. But yeah, it'd be good for you to kind of get involved with that. Today, they'll get you out on a voyage as well.
Okay.
And then I'm not around tomorrow. But if you're around tomorrow, then Man and Logerson, have you met those two? Well, obviously you just met Man, but Logerson, have you met him? Ollie Logerson?
Oh, I've been with Mr. Man before, and I've seen Logerson around as well.
Okay, so Logerson does the operational side, Logerson does logistics, but they kind of intermingle a little bit as well, so they basically do the same job, just concentrate on certain things. So them two are the main people here currently. There's no master. Basically goes those two, Lieutenant Burke and then myself in the chain of command. So yeah, just for time and not wasting your time, get yourself on that voyage. I believe he's going to ring the bell shortly. If you're going to be around, he's going to go to 2 privateer ports. Just tell him that I told you, to join and try and keep you involved in bits and pieces to know what's going on. If you're good at report writing, maybe suggest to him you can write down the stuff that needs writing down.
Sure.
Yeah,
I've
just
done
kind of
voyage reports before.
it's a bit of a deep end, a little bit, but yeah, just kind of pick up as much as you can on this trip, and then we'll catch up properly going forward. But yes, do you know Landsmate Spot?
Yes, I do. He was actually applying for the same junior clerk position as I was.
Well, he's here. Apparently he's doing a very good job as well. So, I think you probably pick up some stuff from him because he's been here a little bit more than you.
Oh,
although it's only a couple
okay.
of days, not a huge deal. But if you do see him, liaise with him, and yes, I'm sure he can show you the ropes. But yeah, I'm back on Saturday, so if you're around, we can obviously catch up. But in the meantime, just lean on Logerson and Man for some training, and Spot as well. I'm sure he'll be able to give you some pointers because he's admin as well, so it'd be handy to have a couple just to cover off.
Okay.
See you later,
Sounds
Damask.
good to me.
Thanks for
So
popping in.
does this officially mean I'm on the billet?
Yeah, no, we'll certainly give you a trial, see how you like it, see how you get on. I don't envisage there being any issues, but yeah, I can certainly I'll pop your details into the duty log, so that when Logerson and Man look through that, they can see that I've spoken to you, so they know you're not trying to pull a fast one on. And yeah, well, certainly add you on to. Where are you staying at the moment? Do you have a captain's house you belong to, or?
Nope, no captain's house. I put in applications everywhere, but this is the first time I've really heard back about anything.
Well, if you want to, I'll see if you're going on the billet, then we do have a, I don't know, have you seen the building at the back? The PLU billet? The beds.
Yes, I was, Mr. Man dragged me in there one time.
All right.
So I'm
you
sleeping in the bushes,
got a key?
so-
Do you have a key for in there?
I do not.
Okay. I don't have one either, so I can't give you one. So Man will be able to sort you out with that. I believe he's going to be around for a little bit.
Okay.
He's just chasing after Burke just to find some information out, so I'm sure he'll be back. If not, go down to the war docks. Burke's just taking my ship around there, 'cause that's where it's going to be moored up now. So either sit tight here for 10 minutes or run up there. But unfortunately, I do have to head off just now due to nightmares not far around the corner. So I need to try and get some sleep before that happens.
Fair
but
enough.
I'll be back on Saturday.
That's what,
and, just try and find your feet the best you can, and we'll get you situated properly over the weekend. If not, you...
Sounds great to me. Thank
Excellent.
you very much, sir. I
Not a
appreciate
problem.
it.
Right, well, appreciate you giving us a chance, and yeah, hopefully you can do a good job for us. Can be quiet, but
I would love to do so.
it gets busy as well, so it's very up and down, unfortunately. So if you can contend with that, you'll be fine.
I'll do my best.
Perfect. Right. Yep. If you excuse me, I just need to drop some stuff off on my desk, and then I'll be heading off. And I'll catch you later. So
Sounds great. Thank you very much.
No problem.
You have a
Thank you.
great night.
Yeah. Don't ask. I'm sure they've put a key somewhere. They've either told me and I've forgotten, or they've not done one. So I have to get one cut. But no, it's not my. I've got my captain's house. That's where I sleep. Man made the PLU billet, which is just out the back, and I've not got. What's this? Need reviewing. Duty log. Was that Featherstone? What was his name? Featherstone. It's Featherstone, wasn't it? Sure, it's Featherstone. What time is it? What's the EST time? 2, 9. 2100. It's 2100, isn't it? No. Frickin' caps lock. What's Featherstone? Sure, it was Featherstone, wasn't it? Was it Featherstone? It was Featherstone. Sure, it's Featherstone. Is that it? I think that's about it. Duty log done. Door. Yeah, so the keys I've not got are for this. Where have I? Oh, I've got keys, dumbass. Of course I've got keys because I've got a bathroom in it. Oh, I took the bath out. Put the bath on the side. Oh dear. Need a bath. Not in real life. Well, I'll probably do in real life, but need one in the Bulldogs. I didn't realise I had a key for that. I'll get Burke. I don't think Burke has a key. Maybe change the jute log. Oops. Done. Right, I'm not worrying about masking with small stuff because she's no longer here, so any issues now is between. That's what's up. God, it's Zach fan. He got so much stuff in here for one person. Regarding my being billeted in this department, management supposed to state outright. That's it. I'm on strike to it. What? Okay. So there's so much misinterpretation in this. It's like what? It's like counting one and getting 1,000. Was it found by single operation task and it's not gone out because management. Oh, it's okay. No, it's too much stuff. I can't read this. It's just every single one of this is massive. Look small. Yeah, there's no point in me reading this because she's not here anymore. Obviously save it, but see, I've even got a folder for PLU issues. There's not that much in there though. Hopefully I don't get any more. Hopefully I don't get any more. Close that door. It's not just from me. Waking up just as I'm leaving. It's all from you. It's all from you, Zach fan. What are you doing? It reminds me of like a preschool, kindergarten. You know, when toddlers start to get brain cells to realize that actually they can get people in trouble by saying things. Go running up to their the teacher or whatever. It's all good. It's all good RP. I don't mind it. It's just a lot of paperwork at this time of night. So just try and get it done in the morning. But no excuses now. It's down to Zach Fan and Krieger to make the whole thing work. Because apparently the problem has now left the building. You have to check your paper because we are putting books in. Why are you putting stuff all over the place? To be honest, I just need everything in my desk. The paper trays look nice for decoration, but unless they have a specific use, just stick it in my desk. Please. No, I haven't checked that today. I don't think I've checked it for a while actually. So if you could, oh my god, the meta is horrendous. People are going to scream meta and get us banned if I tell you what to do like this. But no, if you just stick everything on my desk, I'll be able to check that. And is there anything urgent? Because it's what I was told to do. I have no idea. I'm telling you to do something different now. In my desk, thanks. Right, let me lie down there. Yeah, I'm gonna get like 4 hours sleep, man. 4 hours. Oops. Right. And relax. That is me finished. Who is streaming at the moment, chat? So I can pass you along. Who is streaming at the moment? We've got Benji. Tauchi, Peter Clark. Tell you what, let's throw across to Electro Dynamo. Great. Electro Dynamo. They're on a tandem Navy patrol. So go say hello. If you haven't dropped them a follow, please do so. And I'll be back on Saturday. Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out, lurking, all that good stuff. And okay, your desk. Bye. How you doing, Adrian? The meeting went okay, actually. I have to watch the VOD back, but I'll put I'll highlight the VOD for the meeting, and I'll put that in the Discord for people who could make it, whether that's allowed or not. But there's a lot of conversation. I think it's just handy, at least for this one, just for people to get a grip of what's going on there. But we can discuss that if need be. But yeah, I'm gonna go. You have a good one, and I shall speak to you soon. Good night.